with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shoot of feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stay so low and fails to go, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his squad can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machinist, not in burp and leaning ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty wife and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome to DSP Bingo for Wednesday, Sunday the 23rd of June 2024. I hope you're all doing very well and I hope you're having an enjoyable weekend so far. And yeah, I just had to do a double take because Phil just said in this chat, someone asked him what was happening, the blimp. And Phil's like, not much, paying bills and setting up. Paying bills, are you? Paying bills. Phil has spent at least $853 on this very prominent Scopely bill. For fuck's sake, and if he didn't get his Trish Stratus character, fucking great, my brain's not working already. But the minimum he spent is 853, and if he didn't spend that, if he didn't get his character, then it's 1520. That's how Gamebox calculates these things, whatever. He looks at the points or whatever, and he doesn't know if he's got his character yet, so there you go. But the audacity of Phil to fucking be in the top leaderboards for the latest WWE Champions event and then fucking tell in his chat, yeah, I'm just fucking paying bills. Fuck off. Dropping over $800 on a fucking mobile game event just for a weekend alone. It defies all logic, it defies all belief at this fucking point, but it is, that's what makes Phil Burnell the cow. So yeah, I just kinda had to laugh today. Phil said good morning in his chat and 6 minutes went by. And Phil didn't get a single response, but then he turned the stream on, and as soon as the stream went on, your man's like, we live, and Phil's just all like, yeah, indeed. Phil didn't get any responses whatsoever, nobody fucking said good morning to him, or whatever. I was like, oh, boo fucking who for Phil Burnell. I guess that's what happens if you fucking ban everyone in your fucking chat from fucking talking about whatever they want to fucking talk about. You know, you lose all the fucking people to say good morning back to you, I don't know. But yeah, fucking hell, fucking prick. So yeah, Phil Burnell's been well in the WWE Champions. Shocker fucking Rennie. Well, Phil's been doing that this weekend. Other people have been enjoying the weekends. Mister, for example, wanted me to share this picture. Mister was able to enjoy wherever the hell this is in the world, you know, as he was he was on the beach, you know what I mean, and the water looks fucking beautiful as well, to be fair, you know what I mean. So yeah, Mister was very happy for me to share his enjoyable beach weekend photos. So there you go, good on Mister from able to, you know, enjoy the sun and appreciate the sunshine. A scene like that is very aesthetically pleasing to me. I love fucking just like the, you know, seeing like beautiful blue water and, you know, nice beach as well, whatever. It's a very relaxing environment for me. If I'm on holiday, if I'm like I can't. It's one of my more preferred holiday kind of styles. If that makes sense. Like some people like to fucking do different things for holidays. They want to go like some sort of city break, or they want to kind of go up a fucking mountain or something, or go hiking and all that shit. For me, the beach, the sun, the sea, the sand. That's kind of my ideal holiday usually. You know what I mean? So yeah, for a very nice weekend. It looks like Mr. had indeed. So there we go. Okay. So yeah, a couple of things to share with you before we start playing bingo. Before we even start the bingo, I want to make clear what I've got planned for the bingo. For people that might know me quite well, you know, I'm Scottish, okay? I'm a Scotsman, and I like my football. Scotland are playing a very important game of football tonight. It kicks off in less than an hour's time. However, the last time I sacrificed bingo for football, it did not go very well. So, I mean, with that in mind, I've decided I'm going to treat tonight's bingo as normal as possible. I'm not. It's a normal size card. If we win, cool. If we don't win, whatever. But I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. I definitely. I mean, my head, my heart, and all that shit. The football is definitely on my mind. You know what I mean? But I don't want to deny people bingo either. I'll have one eye in the football basically while bingo's going on. So if I miss things on the bingo card, it might be because my eyes weren't paying attention to Phil and I was too busy looking at the score, the latest score updates instead. So yeah, by all means, please make sure you kind of keep an eye on the bingo card because I might miss some things. So there you go. People are fucking making fun of me because I fucking revealed I'm Scottish. Aye, fucking amazing.
I mean, it's terrible. All these hands are all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
Anyway, so while we wait for Phil Burnell to go proper live on his own shitty content, I've got a couple of things to show you. First of all, Josh Prime Gaming. Now, I knew this guy was going to fucking bring up DSP. He is somebody that seems kind of... The content he makes kind of focuses a lot on things like Elden Ring. He is primarily an Elden Ring content creator. Like, he loves the game, he loves that sort of series, whatever. It's just kind of... That's his vibe, you know what I mean? But when he saw Phil Burnell in the past talk about Elden Ring, he had to, you know, put him in his fucking place. And lo and behold, Phil Burnell ran his mouth again about Elden Ring, the latest DLC. So Josh Prime Gaming, as I kind of expected, did actually feel compelled to put Phil Burnell in his place. So yeah, this is what Josh had to say on that front.
So yeah, now let's talk about the other locale, which is DSP. And there is a lot to say about this. Once again, there'll be minor spoilers, stuff just at the beginning of the DLC. So it all started yesterday when he got completely pounded by the lion. Now I'll play just a couple clips.
So full disclosure, this video was made 18 hours ago. So it's like it's a day old essentially, this video. So when he says like a day or so ago, he really means Friday.
So you can see what kind of excuses he was making. But yeah, he got totally demolished by the lion.
I can't look at this. I'm going to see. What the fuck? How can I fight when that's the fight? I can't see anything. They gave the boss movements that the camera tracks, and it goes like this, the camera, so I can't see anything that's going on. So I'll never be able to dodge it. He did the flash kick. Now he's gonna spit. I tried to roll, but I was still recovering from the heel. That was a slam. Now I'm dead. Wow. I can hurt him, but where are the holes to attack, right? Ain't gonna work. Look, it doesn't do enough damage. And now I'm stuck. I don't know about this. It seems like I need way more health. How am I gonna beat this boss that kills me with 2 hits? And sometimes he combos those 2 hits. I don't even know if I can. Is there more? Because I didn't explore any of these other areas.
So yeah, he died about 25 times to the boss. I only showed a couple clips because it would take forever to show you all this. And he did just the typical noob mistakes. He's putting himself in a corner of the wall and then he blames the camera. We all know that if you go your back against the wall, the camera is going to act funny. And then he's saying that, you know, the guy is just two-shotting him, but meanwhile he has about 38 vigor. So it's unreal that this guy is a pro gamer, quote unquote, because he does spend his entire life playing video games for money. And he still doesn't get it that you need a little bit more than 38 vigor to get into the DLC and actually survive. Absolutely unreal. So now it got even worse after the boss fight because he was already salty. And then he started claiming that the world is just boring. It's absolutely boring and it's just empty. Check this out.
I look at the chat and this happens. Gee, thanks. What a fucking asshole. I look at the chat literally for half a second. I look back and this guy is kicking me. This fucking area is boring as shit. Seriously. This stupid open area nonsense is so boring. I just want to find something interesting to do. I want to ride around for an hour trying to find something. Can't fight the boss because the boss is OP right now. I need to get more upgrades to be able to fight the boss. So, go around and do other stuff, but look, it's just fucking open nothing. There's nothing fucking here. Oh, what's this? Found something. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, a dungeon?
You really cannot make this shit up. This guy complains that the area is boring and there's nothing in it. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, oh, wow, a dungeon? It's like, then why don't you fucking look for more than a second without starting to bitch and complain about it? And yeah, that dungeon is pretty epic, very unique, totally optional. So far, I think the DLC is amazing. I'm really taking my time with it.
Can't see. Once again, the camera killed me. It wasn't the boss didn't kill me. The camera killed me. I couldn't see shit.
Once again, he's putting himself in the corner of the wall and then he's blaming the camera, saying that the camera is the one who killed him. Dude, you've been playing these games for over 5 years now. Come on, man. You know very well that if you want to avoid having camera problems, you try to stay away from the walls. But then,
so yeah, I mean that's part of the breakdown anyway. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I kind of feel bad fucking just like showing you the whole fucking thing, whatever. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the rest of the video, then by all means, I'm going to share a link to it now in the chat, and you guys can check out Josh Prime Gaming's take on, you know, Phil Burnell's complaints about the Elden Ring DLC. There's still another few minutes to go to the video, whatever, you know what I mean? He's got plenty more to say about it. And things that Phil just said, no, that jazz. He also goes on about another YouTuber, Quantum TV. But he always spends like fucking 3 or 4 minutes talking about him before he gets to Phil. So yeah, the first part of the video is not about Phil, but then like, it goes on to Phil pretty soon afterwards. But some interesting takes there from Josh Prime Gaming, who certainly knows what he's talking about when it comes to Elden Ring, because that's his fucking jam, that's his go-to, you know what I mean, that's his game. So yeah, anything Phil's got to say about Elden Ring or whatever, if it's fucking something dumb or whatever, he will pick up on it, you know what I mean, and completely break down why Phil's a dumb piece of shit, basically. Another video, one more video to watch before we start the bingo. Phil's not live yet, by the way, so it's well, he is live, but he's not live. You get what I'm saying? So Hate Army made this video of DSP instigating a super chat war because Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree is failing. So I wasn't aware that Phil tried to start some super chat war. This is news to me. So yeah, I'm kind of fascinated to. I'm kind of curious what the hell triggered this, I wonder. Like, I mean, we can guess what triggered it, but you get what I'm saying. Let's see what it says.
The Hate Army troll.
It's the Hate Army,
bro.
Hate Army.
Shout out to Hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
Hate
out to
Army.
Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for
hate.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the late night chill.
Fuck off. This is too slow. Hate Army, why didn't you play Phil at faster speeds like we do? Right, we're going 1.25.
Stream. Yes, it is time for chill. It's about time. We haven't had a chill stream since Tuesday. We've been having stressful streams with Street Fighter and Elden Ring, and now we finally get to relax and enjoy each other's company tonight. And let me tell you guys something.
Oh, this is Stardew Valley, of course, yeah. So Phil, Elden Ring, the very first stream of Elden Ring, done very well from him. Friday, the Elden Ring first stream, $187. Most of that came during the podcast, but still, I would call it a first stream of success because of that very early support that Phil got. The second and third streams of Elden Ring got less than $50. They both got about $35 each. So, yeah. It didn't do very well at all, and Phil was really expecting quite good support consistently for Elden Ring because it done so well for him last time after all. But yeah, it looks quite slow for now, you know what I mean? And but Stardew Valley has its own. It feels kind of weird to kind of phrase it this way, but Stardew Valley has its own sponsors. You know how Hades 2 had Game Cooker give $30 every single time Phil played it? Stardew Valley has something similar, where you got a couple of dedicated people, supporters, whatever, who they want to see Phil play Stardew Valley. They're determined to make sure Phil will keep playing Stardew Valley, and in that regard, they're going to keep giving him money to make sure he won't wage quit it anytime soon. So yeah, that's why Stardew Valley does so well for him, and I can see that game appearing a lot more over the next few weeks, essentially. to make up for his slower streams elsewhere.
I'm very much looking forward to that. After these streams, I really would like a just nice, calming, unwinding session with all of you. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. If you're looking for insane two-hit deaths, ridiculous lucky people pushing buttons and getting insane damage combos, or anything of the sort, you're definitely in the wrong spot. Yes, I received a very generous $50 tip from Jordan tonight. He says, Stardew on top. Thank you, Jordan. Oddly enough, I wish this was an exaggeration, but as I've been playing Elden Ring, I've done 3 streams of the DLC so far. The first stream, everyone came out in full force, the views were sky high, and everyone was very supportive. Then last night, that stream did worse than a Friday Night Fight stream, and then earlier today, that stream did worse than a typical daytime stream. I'm not even kidding you. I wish I was. So I don't know what's up with the Elden Ring crowd who screamed all year for me to play Elden Ring and respec and do all this. So I give everyone what they want, and yeah, figure that one out. But indeed, this is why I am happy to be a variety streamer. Because if you put all your eggs in only one basket, okay? Only one basket, you cannot survive these days, you know, as a content creator. You want to be able to have a variety of content where a variety of people will show up at different times and hang out with you and support when they can. You can't just rely on one big thing. Imagine if everything had been relied solely on Elden Ring. Right? So anyway, I'm ready for chill fun generation Z. Indeed I am. So by the way, I didn't update the leaderboard because Jordan is still the latest super chatter. After you guys super chatted, he super chatted again to stay on there.
I wonder if he'll do that again, because remember last time he was in competition with a couple people to stay up there.
What a greedy bastard. What a greedy fucking bastard. Fucking hell. Imagine that. I just, the greed, you know what I mean? Oh, does somebody want to try and knock Jordan off the fucking leaderboard? Because he is the most recent super chatter, you know. Not only that, he's also the biggest tipper, so you sure you don't want to try and knock him off the fucking board? Fucking hell. Phil's going live. Let me just pause him. Hold on, 2 seconds. So give it a second or 2 after this. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go there. Right about there. Probably good time to pause. And then let's make sure it's at 1.25 speed as well. Now let's get back to this, shall we? And see Phil trying his best to encourage a tip war. Or a super chat war.
Fire 95 just did a super chat. Did I take a bowel movement today? Indeed I did. Only I left one. I did not take one. I don't take bowel movements out of the toilet. I leave them in there and then I flush them. I don't know why they say take a bowel movement. Yeah, I'm not taking. I don't want the turds. I'm depositing the turds in the.
Well, you're uploading the turds every single fucking day to the YouTube servers.
Well, yes, I did. That was much earlier today in the morning. So thank you very much to Rapid Fire 95. Okay, Rapid Fire 95. Thank you. Jordan did another super chat. Says I'm not going to do tons of super chats tonight. It's all good, Jordan. You don't have to.
Phil, it's like, Phil, I saw your hint and I'm not going to fucking give into it. So fucking deal with it. Jordan just setting the fucking record straight, I guess, you know what I mean? Says, fucking good one, Phil, but I'm not bothering Mars this time. I'm no fucking made of money.
Thank you very much for another super chat, Jordan. You're now the latest super chatter. Then Juicy Booch did a super chat, so now Juicy Booch is the latest super chatter. Thank you, guys. I received an incredibly generous $55 tip tonight.
It's anonymous. I don't know who this is from. There's no name attached to it.
It's Jordan, probably. Plus, Phil sees the email, so he probably recognizes the fucking email address.
55 buckaroonies. So the anonymous tipper is now the top tipper of the night. And with that, it is time for a hat already. And we haven't even booted the game yet. Wow. Well, I guess you guys will vote on a hat for the start of the stream here. Thank you guys so much. Super early support. Which hat is Stardew best? So, Bloomkid did a super chat. He says, tonight we want to keep Jordan off of the leaderboard. Wow. That is incredibly rude to Jordan.
But it's incredibly good for me, so thank you, Bloomkid, for the super chat.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the contribution.
Fucking greedy prick. It's like, can you imagine this shit? What an absolute fucking clown. I need to hear that. I need to see that again. Feel like fucking embracing how good it is for him.
Off of the leaderboard. Wow. That is incredibly rude to Jordan.
But it's incredibly good for me, so thank you, Bloomkid, for the super chat.
I love the fucking, like, the hate army actually fucking changed his voice for it, you know? Like, the greed voice was fucking triggered by Phil. Thanks to hate army. But it's incredibly good for me.
Appreciate that. Thank you for the contribution. Oh my goodness. So, I have a little bit of headache brain swelling today. What I mean is, like, right here and right here, if I shake my head, it hurts. I can feel a little bit of swelling. I don't know why.
Isn't it normal for like everyone? Like if they fucking profusely shake their fucking head, it is going to fucking hurt their fucking head. It's because you're fucking causing stress to your fucking head by rattling your fucking wee brain about. So the question would be, why the fuck was Phil shaking his goddamn head in the first place? Like some sort of wet fucking dog.
Why? It's probably my allergies acting up. My allergies always give me a bunch of problems. I've been sneezing several days in a row. I was coughing some this week, and now the headache that makes sense too.
Who
We'll see what
fucking
happens. It
cares?
doesn't affect the stream too much. If it does, I'll have to go pop something, but hopefully not. It could be neck tension. Actually, it might be neck tension because I actually have pain right now in my neck, right here.
And what? So why does how long do he hold on? I'm usually not awake for the night streams. Is it normal for him to stall so heavily on the night streams? I mean, there's no podcast to fucking do, for example. The stream's live, he's ready to fucking go, he's just sitting there waiting. How long does Phil usually wait from going live and talking to the audience to recording for a night stream? Like, what's rough average? Is it like fucking... Because I just thought Phil done like 5-10 minutes and then fucking boom into the game, but this seems like it went on for... There's no fucking way. D-Dog, there's no fucking way. D-Dog says it usually lasts like 37 to 40 fucking minutes. There's no fucking way. From Phil going live on a night stream to him starting gameplay. When I say Phil going live, I don't mean fucking him turn the stream on. I mean him talking. I need to investigate this further. Hold on. I need to investigate this fucking further. Let's go to Raw Phil's channel and use one of his fucking recent examples from the previous... Yeah, here we go. Fucking hurry. So Phil started blethering, I imagine, round about this point in time. The pre-stream happens here. Oh, I actually got timestamps for that. Fucking nice one. Well, in this case, it was 17 minutes. 17 minutes is still a long fucking time. He starts blethering.
Good evening, everybody.
He starts blethering there, and then 17 fucking minutes later, he's like, alright, I guess we should really start fucking gameplay. It just fucking started straight away, for fuck's sake.
It's like if I move my neck a certain way, it hurts bad. So you're absolutely right. Maybe it's not a headache. It might actually be neck tension causing it. Because it hurts right here, this muscle. Oh.
Who fucking
Jordan,
cares?
thank you for super chat. He says, you've fallen for the trap to support Stardew, laughing out loud.
John's a dumbass.
Okay. You blame Elden Ring for the brain pain? Nah, I think I did pull my neck. I don't know if I was playing it because I was playing Elden Ring, maybe. That's how I pulled my neck, maybe. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh. Great. I told you it was allergies, too. It's everything at once. I got neck pain, I got head pain, I got sneezing. This sucks. Thank you, Bloomkid, for super chat. He says, this has become personal now. Wow.
Guys, please send me money because I'm suffering. Like, more money will help alleviate my fucking symptoms of having sneezes and sore necks.
Wow. Well, Bloomkid, for now, once again, thank you, super chatter. Thank you for that.
What the hell, man? How took to hate? Bells hate Army for clipping that. Link to it is in the chat if people want to check out for themselves at a later date.
Typically helps me more than anything.
Okay. Anyway, at time bingo. Guys, I need a random number. Can somebody please give me a random number in the chat? First random number I see in the chat will be what I use, and the first random number that appeared was from our own... sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. It wasn't Ulf. D-Dog was first before Ulf. D-Dog did beat Ulf to the punch. I do apologise for clicking the wrong name there. Sorry, Ulf, but D-Dog was before you on my screen anyway. So, yeah. D-Dog wins with 556. There we go, indeed. Let's use that. Let's put that into a random bingo number generator. Or a bingo card generator. Enter, and there we go. We have reverted back to Snort for the centre space. So there we go. Here is today's bingo card, hopefully to lead us on to a full house victory. We need Phil to do some scat talk, as I fucking guarantee anyway. Him to say unique, react, him touching his ear, and him saying hate to say. The second row is Phil saying you guys, him flailing his arms, him saying members, that being said, shout out to that being said, and him saying update. The third row is Phil being all clown mode, him saying you see, him snorting, him saying now, and his chair creaking. The fourth row is Phil saying allow me to explain million, that's an interesting number, him saying business, what I mean by that is, and basically in the fifth and final row is Phil making that annoying T sound.
T T T T T T T T T T.
okay.
Him saying tips, him leaning into the microphone to give a creepy whisper, which I almost got rid of, but Phil done it recently, so it survives for now. We'll have some hope he does it again. Him doing or saying Q&A, and finally him saying comment. That's a bingo card we have for today. Thank you D-Dog for helping me pick it, although D-Dog is saying it's not up to him. Chat GPT picked the number for him. So D-Dog is trying to absolve himself of responsibility. He's trying to say it's not his fault if it fails, it's Chat GPT's fault. I will say it's D-Dog's fault because he asked Chat GPT in the fucking first place to pick a fucking number. You don't get out of fucking jail that easily, D-Dog. If the card fails, it's on you because you asked Chat GPT the fucking question in the fucking first place in order to pick that fucking number for you. Of course, if it wins, and it's all thanks to me. Now, of course, the aim of the game, as you guys all know by now, is for us to try and get the full house, 25 out of 25 on the bingo board you see before you on the screen. And if we manage to do that, we'll add $25 to the bingo prize fund, which is currently sitting at $260. So there we go. If we get the full house, we add $25 to that bingo prize fund, which would bring us up to $285. Very nice stuff indeed. Now, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces on a bingo card you see before you, and if you look at the top of the screen, you may have noticed a little addition I've made. So burps, bosses, and snorts. 10 of them, free spaces. Thank you very much to Sideshow420 for becoming a Bingo Barry member. Cheers for that. There we go. I'll need to do my best to remember to add that at the end of the stream. But cheers to Sideshow420 for becoming a Bingo Barry. So yeah, but yeah, I've now added a boss counter. So, and yeah, the way it works obviously is just as normal. So 10 for everything. 10 burps, 10 snorts, 10 bosses gives us all a free space. Also, burps and snorts are things Phil does. The bosses are things that Phil says. And I've got a feeling because of Elden Ring, he's going to be saying it quite a fucking lot. And remember, these double up as well. These things double up. So, I mean, definitely count all the bosses. Count every single fucking one. I'll definitely do my best to keep track of them. To make sure I don't fucking miss any. Phil might be fucking going on a boss rampage. And it could give us a whole fucking plethora of fucking free spaces. Fingers fucking crossed. And of course, as well as the free spaces for the bingo card, there is one other way we can get a free space. If you guys like the bingo stream, and we get 100 likes before we finish playing bingo, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes. So you guys are in direct control of one of the ways we can get a free space. The rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions and him saying boss 10 times. Now, yeah. So you may have... I'm not pressing the boss button yet, because basically I had to replace the button, if that makes sense. The counter, so the boss button is now the counter button, if that makes sense. And I'll show you an example. If I press it,
Boss,
it goes up by 1. But as I was saying, to hear it, it goes up by 1. So I can only press it when Phil says boss. So let me just fucking reset that back to fucking 0. That's why I didn't fucking press it. In case you're wondering why I haven't been pressing it, because you usually just fucking spam that boss button just because it's a fun fucking button. I can't just spam it randomly anymore, because it's now tied to the fucking counter essentially. So there we go. And of course, as I said, the bingo card, or the prize fund and everything. At the end of the month, we're going to have a marble race to determine who gets to take home half of that bingo prize fund. Half is going to go to charity, and the other half will go to one lucky detractor. But if you want to have a chance of winning half of that bingo prize fund, you've got to make sure you've left a comment on the community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you do it before the end of the month to make sure you're in with a chance of winning half of that bingo prize fund. So yeah, you've got plenty of time, of course, but the sooner the better to make sure your name is down for it. I think I've covered all the bases. All that's left for me to do is to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Shut your hole.
Let's try again.
Hello there.
And one more time. Well, fucking day nicely. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
good morning, everyone. On today's show, it's React Day, and that means it is time to break from gameplay, sit back, relax, enjoy some clips, watch some stuff from my past, and in general, just be chilling, have a good time. But on today's podcast, I'd like to give you all a big update on my run through the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, because a lot of the things that we kind of talked about on Friday night into Saturday, I tried to apply during yesterday's gameplay session, I have some really good results to talk about. So I'm happy to bring you an update and a positive one after some negativity on Friday night, to say the least. Outside of that, not much else going on. So it's going to be a more chill, laid-back, relaxed show today. So sit back and get ready for some fun on the Level 1 podcast.
Well, what a fucking shite. Let me just fast forward past this crappy intro, and we can get straight into it again. Good early start to the bingo card, though. Three things ticked off straight away.
Alrighty, today is Sunday, the 23rd of June, 2024. Of course, I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show. Today is React Day, the day a week that I step away from doing nonstop gameplay on pretty much every stream and instead do some different stuff on my various other YouTube channels. And it's a good day in that regard. I will say this, every week, you never know what to expect on my DSP versus the Internet clip show over on the DSP React channel, and that's what we're actually going to be doing right after the show ends. The clips this week look like a good variety of stuff. Like, I'm looking at them all, like some of them right now, and they are all over the place. We've got a history of Capcom video, a video about AI, a video about cooking, a video about law changes here in Washington State recently, which actually applied directly to me and things that I have mentioned here on my streams. There's even a video, if you can believe it, comparing Islam and Christianity and some similarities between them. So that's just the first 5 videos, you see? So it's a good show.
I mean, that's a normal thing, though, because a lot of, it's kind of common knowledge, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but a lot of religions did kind of steal assets. To use a modern term, some assets were borrowed across various different fucking religions, so yeah, it's just the way it fucking goes. Yes, there are some things, of course, that are original in some religions, but yeah, there's also some things that they kind of borrow from one another as well.
Show, and if you've never checked it out or it's been a while, I do strongly recommend that you give it a shot, because the show usually has a lot of fun discussion and interesting topics to discuss. Last week was a really good one. We ended up having a clip where I was laughing so hard, I almost peed my pants because of some funny stuff that was submitted, and people really loved that. There was a video where I commented on me fighting Justin Wong in Street Fighter back in the day. So there's all this stuff going on that show. I just feel like I don't really talk about it that much, right? Like, usually it's like, oh, it's Sunday, it's time for it, and that's it. I don't really mention it all week long on this channel, and because of that, I definitely feel like there is a core audience, but it definitely doesn't have many new people coming by. So if you haven't yet, check it out, youtube.com/@DSPReacts. It's a good show. That will be this whole afternoon. 3+ hours of reacting to clips. I split it into 6 parts that I upload slowly over the week, but if you become a channel member on that channel, you can actually watch the archive stream the moment it goes offline. And also, if you become a member at either the submissions tier or the ultra tier, you are the people who submit the clips for the show. Sometimes people say, oh, well, too many of the same clips this week, or, oh, I wish that the clips were better. I'm like, I don't pick the clips. That's the nature of the show, is members of the channel who support the channel that pick the clips for the show and make it what it is. Now, I will say this week, I noticed a pattern. Same amount of videos submitted pretty much as every week, so it's not like, oh, there's a shortage of videos this week. But what I did notice is that a lot of the videos are on the shorter side, like, just to give you some perspective, okay? In the Ultra member...
But isn't that what you want, though? Because you never fucking... Why would anyone bother submitting you a longer video when you're going to fucking just skim through the fucking thing anyway? If people want to get their fucking money's worth, the video basically has to be less than 5 fucking minutes. Otherwise, you're just going to fucking skim through the bastard thing anyway.
For playlist that I'm staring at right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 videos under 5 minutes long, 2 videos under 10 minutes long. So 6 of the 10 videos are very short. And I mean, yeah, I'll react to it, but it's like there's only so much I can add to a short clip. So I get the feeling today's show is going to move fast, as opposed to sometimes, we're watching videos at an incredible length. I actually feel like we're in a situation where we might have to watch every video, or actually, we might actually run out of videos. That's never happened before on the show, to be honest. It hasn't. Most weeks we have more than enough for the 3 hours. There's been a few times when we just got right down to it and watched every clip. I will say this. There was at least one clip that I can't watch because it's rated adults only. Basically, YouTube is very weird. That's how it works. If there's a clip that's deemed only for adults, meaning it might have graphic violence, it might have sexual content, it might have a lot of gore or something, that clip typically must be flagged for adult audiences, and usually it is deemed unfit for advertisements. Okay.
But it's basically, couldn't it apply to a lot of your content because of the language you fucking use? So no, most of your content should be for adults only, based off the language you fucking use on a regular fucking basis on your content, and the sort of humor you fucking have, as well as adult scat style humor.
Okay. I don't really care about all of that. The problem is, if that happens during a live stream, the live stream gets flagged. meaning I will lose all capability to make any money on the entirety of the stream that I'm doing.
Who
because there's
fucking
one clip that's
cares?
deemed adults only. So because of that, those clips are ruled out of the show. On the flip side of that, if there is a clip that's deemed for children only, like let's say it's children's television or educational stuff deemed that it's meant for kids to watch, that is also deemed as unmonetizable content by YouTube. So because of that, if there's something for kids or adults, I can't watch it on this React show because then it just makes it so that the whole show makes nothing. So it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know why they're so strict about this, but they are. So in this particular case, I know for a fact there was a submission.
I'm sorry, but I must get a fucking shot of this fucking eye touch thing.
I don't know why they're so strict about this.
Give me a second. Let's find the most pertinent, excellent one there. Is it this one maybe? Oh, wait for it. I'll go down there and then what the fuck's he even doing? What is he doing here? What? I don't understand what he's doing here. He's not like wiping sleep from his eyes because he's missing the fucking, like, the sleep usually gathers in the around, you know, the other part of the eye, the tear duct canal, you know, around there. But he's just there. I don't know. It's like, oh God's sake! I hear you're racist now, Phil. Should we all be racist? I'm going back to that fucking Father Ted clip, but it's an amazing fucking episode. A lot of episodes of Father Ted are amazing. If you've never watched Father Ted, I would recommend binge watching them. Some episodes are just fucking incredible. I think there's only 3 seasons or something as well, or 3 or 4 seasons of Father Ted. But yeah, I would highly recommend. It's some good stuff indeed. And there we go. I just get this in the members Discord for our members to enjoy to their heart's content. Good stuff indeed. Tacozilla has been having fun with gifts, it looks like. The gift that keeps on giving. I'm not a smart man. No true words were ever said by Phil Burnell. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's get back to the fucking bingo, shall we?
So in this particular case, I know for a fact there was a submission, an ultra member submission. I cannot watch it this week. So I told that person, hey, next weekend submit 2 and we'll watch 2 clips from you, but make sure that they're not flagged for adults. If you're ever curious, is a video flagged as adults only or not? When you go to play it, the first thing that will happen on your screen is a pop-up warning that says, this is confirmed for mature audiences only. Are you sure you want to proceed? And you have to actually click yes on it to watch the video. All right. So that's how I know. So, you know, that's how you should qualify if you're a member or if you're just someone who watches videos on YouTube in general. That's how you figure it out. Okay. So anyway, we'll see how the show goes. I'm excited because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of good variety this week in the stuff that has been submitted. And I can't wait to get to it. I just hope that it lasts the whole 3 hours this week. First time we may have actually been faced with that. I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay. So anyway, check that out if you're into it. It is good variety stuff. I like doing it once a week. And then tonight on the late stream, all right, over on my DSP Throwback channel, which can be found at youtube.com/DSP Throwback. We're going down memory lane and we're finishing up an atrociously bad game from 2011 called Rise of Nightmares. This was a game that was made exclusively for the Xbox 360 version of the Kinect accessory. This was the thing where it was a camera pointed at you and it was all supposed to be motion tracking of your hands and your arms and your body. No, you know, controller required to play it. But man, was it bad. It did not track well at all. You basically had to be in like a perfect lighting and room and space situation. You actually weren't even supposed to wear certain colors of clothes, but it didn't disclose that because they were afraid no one would buy it if they knew that. So anyway, we're near the end. 2 weeks we've been reacting to this. We're in the final hour, the finale of this horror game that's more horrible because the controls don't work than the actual content of the game. After we finish that up, we're going to swap over and go back to reacting to my original playthrough of Dark Souls 1, also from 2011. I want to say we've done 2 streams of that one so far. So we're basically around, you know, 4.5 to 5 hours into the game playthrough. And it is funny to watch because you get to see me just die over and over and over and over at the same stuff, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So that's going to be fun because now obviously everyone is playing Elden Ring again with this DLC. So it'll be cool to see me jump into my original experience with FromSoft ever during this time frame. And we'll probably do that tonight and also next week's stream as well as I'm playing Elden Ring. Okay, pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing all day today instead of gameplay. I hope that you will check out the channels. I hope that if you're someone who maybe only uses the gameplay but you never give the other stuff a shot, I really hope that you will today. Even if you're watching this after the fact and you're going to miss the streams, please check out the stuff on demand. I've definitely noticed a surge in interest in the React stuff. over the last couple of weeks since I did the special react videos to the Summer Game Fest and Xbox events. It would be nice to keep that momentum going. So I hope you will check it out today. And thank you very much for giving it a shot. All right. Now, it is time to talk about and give an update to my experience with the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. First
Here we go. Boss counter and standby. Brace yourselves.
off, before we even get to my new updated feelings and reactions on this DLC, I would like to share with you some information about how other people are reacting to this DLC on the internet, okay? So I am about 8.5 hours into this DLC, and I've basically beaten the entire first major legacy dungeon and the first major story boss. I've also fought many of the optional bosses and beaten all of them at this point that I've encountered. I've now beaten 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of the optional dungeons that are located in the world. I found many of the upgrade items, and I think I've leveled up like 4 times of the Scadu tree.
Who fucking
upgrade.
cares?
And I found lots of weapons, lots of armor, okay? So in 8.5 hours, I've done a lot in this DLC, but I'm still very much in the first area. I haven't even left the first area of this DLC yet. There's just that much content in this DLC, so I don't think they lied when they said this was going to be an incredibly lengthy, stacked DLC. It seems like it's going to have tons of content, okay? Now, before I get to my update on yesterday, here's what's going on the internet, if you're not aware. On Steam, okay, reviews have begun to turn. While at first, most people were reviewing this very positively. It was like the most highly rated DLC in history when it comes to this kind of game. Guess what's happened? The user reviews have flipped, okay? Now, it went from overwhelmingly positive all the way down to mixed review level.
I think this is I assume this is because that people weren't aware they had to fucking hit a certain, like, checkpoint, essentially, to play the DLC. Like, I did hear something the other day about people complaining that they weren't aware that they had to be at a certain point in the original Elden Ring game in order to fucking play a DLC in the first place. Which is just fucking dumb in my opinion, you know what I mean? For people not to understand that. But I imagine that's what's causing the mixed reviews now.
What's happening is a lot of people are outright complaining that it's just too hard. Some of the common comments...
You're complaining it's too fucking hard. You're one of those people, you dumb bastard.
Comments that I'm seeing are, you know, I was able to play through the main game, and I just simply put cannot progress in this DLC. I'm doing the same stuff I did in the main game to succeed, and it doesn't work in the DLC. Okay.
You had those exact same complaints.
Okay, now, if you're not aware, okay, Elden Ring sold way more than any other FromSoft game to that point. It hit mainstream popularity. Everyone knew about it. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was memeing about it. It got everyone to stream it. It got everyone to buy it. So you're talking astronomical numbers of people playing it who never had played the series before. A lot of them literally cheesed the game. All right? They didn't actually...
Yourself included. Jump R2, ringing the bells?
Legit beat it by learning the game mechanics and succeeding with a good build. They literally just went through the game summoning constantly. Once they get the Mimic tier, the game's basically easy mode because Mimic tier literally distracts every single enemy and boss and destroys a lot of them just on its own merits. A lot of them went and just waited to see what the broken builds were and then just...
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for the super chat, who says, the mixed reviews on Steam are mostly due to terrible performance issues, not difficulty. Difficulty complainers seem to be review bombing saboteurs. I mean, but also the whole point of Steam, the Steam reviews are not going to reflect on the console experience. Phil's playing on console, remember? So, but yeah, I wasn't even aware. I didn't even think about the Steam reviews and the performance issues or whatever. It's kind of strange. You'd imagine that Elden Ring, like the normal game anyway, would have ran okay on computer by now, you know, after all this time. So it's kind of strange that a DLC then would have performance issues compared to the normal game. I don't know. To me, it's a bit of a strange one, but yeah. Then again, I don't fucking look too much into these things. You're obviously more caught up than I am. So, but yeah, Phil Burnell looks at a review score and tries to make it about something different to suit his own narrative. Surprise, surprise.
Merits. A lot of them went and just waited to see what the broken builds were, and then just got the broken builds and used guides and other people's playthroughs in order to get through it.
You did as well. So everything he's accusing other people of right now is everything he's fucking done.
So because of that, you got a tremendous amount of...
Apart from summoning. Phil didn't summon. I will give him that. Phil thinks that summoning is like cheating, essentially. But pretty much everything else he's fucking criticizing other people for, he's done himself.
People, all right, who like the game, who enjoy it, and then went to buy the DLC, and are like, wow, I can't do anything in it, and I'm very upset, and now they are review bombing the game down on Steam. I'm not making this up. This is happening right now.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Okay? Even streamers and content creators who used to be prominent supporters of Elden Ring are starting to come out against this DLC. The most notable of is Asmongold. He actually came out about a day ago. He tried to play it nonstop since it came out, and he's like, I can't play this anymore. It's too hard. It's so hard that it's not fun anymore for me. So I don't want to play it. Like, I only want to play games I'm having fun with, and I'm not going to torture myself to play this DLC. So a lot of people are on the two different sides of the fence on that one. You know, a lot of people who like Asmongold, a lot of people who don't, and they're all torn that he would basically say this about this ginormous...
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much, Ricardo Denson, for the super chat. Who's asking, what's the boss counter set to? 10. Everything, it's because he's playing Elden Ring, primarily. We have the boss counter set to 10. And the good thing is, though, that it doubles up. So, in the past, if Phil said boss like 5 times, I'll give a free space, but I would stop at 1. Now it's a part of the official counters with snorts and burps. If Phil says boss 20 times, that's 2 free spaces. And he's going to be ranting and rave about fucking Elden Ring now for the next fucking 10, 20 minutes easily. So we might get an overload of bosses, if we're lucky.
You know, a lot of people who like Asmongold, a lot of people who don't, and they're all torn that he would basically say this about this ginormous DLC. I know. But Leonardo says, but he's literally still playing it. I know. So isn't it funny, right, that they all say that, oh my god, it's too hard, it's not fun, he's still playing it. Okay. But anyway, the point is, there is a giant amount of debate right now about this DLC and its difficulty level.
No, there isn't he?
So, yesterday, when I was on this very show, and I gave you my opinions, okay? I've decided that I said I was going to change my build. I was like, it seems to me with this DLC, there's 2 options that I can do. I can either run throughout the entirety of the open world map of the DLC, grabbing the upgrade items and getting the Skadu tree upgrades, meaning I'll get increase to damage output and damage resistance of 5% per upgrade, and apparently there's 20 of them, meaning you can double your damage output and damage resistance by getting all these, okay? So I could do that. I could spend a whole lot of time just doing that, right? And then I could probably succeed with whatever I want. I could play a magic build, I could play a melee build, I could play a range build, I could play a stealth build, I could do whatever I want, and I'd be okay. But after kind of presenting that to everyone as an option of something that I could do, a lot of people were very much against it. They were like, no, you really shouldn't do that. You're basically going to end up like exploring the whole map before you even beat the basic stuff that you're supposed to beat first, and it's going to be so time consuming. And already, you know, I've been critical of the game saying the open world is a little boring. Really, this first open world area of the game, there's really nothing special to it. I didn't find much uniqueness to it. It's very similar to the open world exploration of original Elden Ring. So it's not like I was having a great time with it. Because of that, you know, I really liked the Legacy Dungeon. That's what I wanted more of, right? So a lot of people were very strongly against me doing it like that. Instead, a lot of people, especially in the video comments, were saying, you just got to respec. In this DLC, magic build is weak. You know, you need to have a ton of health and damage resistance, and magic build will never have that because you're focusing on buffing your magic. And in addition, there's just a lot of enemies that are straight up resistant to magic. For example, I had run into a dragon called the Ghost Fire or Ghost Flame Dragon, which is exactly the same as all the other dragon fights in the game, except it has 1 different flame attack, okay? I couldn't really hurt it with my magic build at all. Like, I was standing on this thing, dodging every attack, wailing on it. And I could get it only down to about half health. And I'm like, why? And everyone's like, because it's resistant to magic. So after, you know, going through that painful experience on Friday night, I said yesterday I would respec, okay? So here's what we did yesterday. First thing I had to do, I had to beat a boss called the Death Knight, because I was already at the end of one of the optional dungeons, the Catacombs, and this was the boss at the end. So I had to beat him because I was stuck at the Stake America. It was either that or quit, and I was like, I'm not quitting and doing this goddamn dungeon again. These Catacombs dungeons suck ass. I don't want to do it a second time. Fuck that. So I stuck it out, and I did beat him. It took me many, many tries. I think it took me about 40 minutes of just straight up trying against this guy. And essentially what it came down to was, I'd use the magic sword. Magic was not effective against this guy at all. I'd use the magic sword. I'd use the charged sword, hitting him with the ice wave, which after 4 to 5 hits would stagger him. And even then, I had to stagger him 3 to 4 times to win the fight. And if at any point he used his super armor move, which means he just decides to ignore whatever you're doing, go into a stance that will not be interrupted under any circumstance, and just spin at you with double axes that are lightning charge. And if it hits you, it's instant death. Like, if those axes hit me, it was 100% of my life bar. So basically, not only did I have to time all of these fully charged sword hits perfectly for 4 different stagger sequences, but I also had to dodge whenever he started doing his super armor attack, and he does it a lot. So that's why it took me 40 minutes. I beat him legit. Thankfully, I get a new weapon, dual lightning axes, and I'm like,
hold on. You beat him legit? when you fucking did, so Phil beat him by spamming jump R2, and Phil kind of held his hands up and says, "I'm fucking resorting to jump R2." When he beat it at the time, he seemed to imply he was resorting to a cheese tactic, but now he's fucking just memory hold it, I guess, and said, and now it's like, oh, legit, it's legit. I beat him fucking legit. You spammed jump R2, the ultimate cheese move.
Ooh, dual lightning axes could be pretty good. So maybe I'll do a new build with those. So I did. I actually then went right to Renala, and well, I take that back. I went and I got the heaviest jar talisman, the one that lets you have the highest equipment load. I went and I did that. So I did a quick summon fight to get to do it or whatever. And so we went and respect. And when we respect, I got these dual lightning axes. Okay. Now, admittedly, one thing that is, I did not want to do that. One thing that is disappointing about Elden Ring and Dark Souls in general, when a boss has boss weapons, they're insanely badass. When you get the boss weapon, it's not nearly as cool. It's still cool, but it's not nearly as cool. You know, when it's...
That's something that's kind of true in all games. Like, every single fucking video game that's ever fucking existed seems to have that fundamental issue. Like, the fucking the fucking boss you're fighting or the fucking enemy you're fighting has an incredible fucking weapon. And yet when you fucking get your hands on it, it's like a fucking pea shooter. This is not exclusive to Elden Ring. A lot of games are notorious for this. For years and years and years. The only thing, the one game that seems to do it quite well, it doesn't kind of... Like Fallout, for example, like, you know, I think of Fallout 4. Some of the kind of weapon combinations you can get in that game, the legendary weapons and all that shit, the things you can apply. And all that shit, you know, sometimes if you fucking get your hands on those weapons, it's a game changer. That's the one time perhaps where, you know, the weapons are just as effective in your hands as the fucking boss hands or the enemy hands or whatever. But a lot of games are guilty of nerfing the weapons. And apparently I missed a boss. There you go, cheers Steve.
Death Knight had these double axes. They were huge giant axes with giant areas of swinging when he attacked.
I cannot ignore him fucking holding his hands over this. I must get a thumbnail of this. Hold on. Give me a second here. Bear with me.
It's not nearly as cool. It's still cool, but it's not nearly as cool. You know, when this Death Knight had these double axes, they were huge giant axes with giant areas of swinging when he attacked that were...
So here, right about here, let's see. What can we do here?
Double axes, they were huge.
That might be good. Yeah, extreme corner demon. Phil raging and going crazy at a corner demon. There we go, that'll do nicely. So hold on, give me a wee second here to work my magic. Oh, yeah, my magic, but fuck it. Oh, I'm stealing it, I'm claiming it as mine. There we go, go here, we go here, we go here. There it is, look at those wee middle arms. Shaking and angry. There's something strange to the microphone there. Can I cut out half of it? It's kind of strange. I'll throw that in the members Discord and... Oh, for God's sake, Tacozilla. Tacozilla has made something... Ah, God's sake. I'll include the original image as well, in case people just kind of want to... But I must share what Tacozilla has made. Jesus Christ. DSP going mental at the Oriental. Oh God. Why does that look like a legitimate thing? Like this looks spot on. Like if this wasn't a Tacozilla creation, I would think Phil actually did this and wore that. Maybe apart from the hat, I don't know. But the top looks spot on. Is Phil wearing that shirt? No, he's not. That looks dead on. Oh, bloody hell. You're a fucking menace, Tacozilla. Never change. Thank you.
Huge giant axes with giant areas of swinging when he attacked that were very hard to avoid. His special move, is that he would charge up with lightning. And then he would charge forward with super armor and spin like a tornado with both axes. So guess what? You can do that with the axes, but it's nothing like when he does it. First of all, there's no super armor. That's number one. Secondly, the first time you actually will do teleport like a lightning bolt, which is really neat. And then if you hit heavy attack, when you come out of the teleport, you start to spin. So the thing is, it's good, but only from a distance. You can't use it up close ever. You'll pass right through the enemies, in which case it's useless. So you have to be doing this like from a distance, running up and getting like a sneak attack. I can definitely see this being useful in certain boss fights and situations. I don't know how useful it is, you know, long term. But anyway, I was just stoked to get something nice that was different from what I was doing. I said, let's do it. So I respec and I started using these axes, and I noticed, you know, they're a little different. Every attack is a double attack instead of a single attack. So if you press R1, he goes like, ha ha, 2 hits instead of 1. So you got to remember that's going to be 2 hits. And you got to remember that's going to be a little bit of time rather than just 1 hit. You can't just go hit, hit, hit. It's like hit, 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 hit. It's like a big combo when you keep pressing R1. So I was basically learning this moveset, okay? And I said, let's start exploring. Now that I have a new build, I'm curious what we can find and how good this will be. Let's go around and explore. Maybe we'll find something optional to do so I can have a chance to fight some generic enemies with these axes and learn them. So we jumped on the horse, torrent, rode across the bridge to that castle that was to the northeast, and then just hooked a right. And just kept going straight, and we ended up finding a cave that said it was like a forge. And I was like, oh, so it was like a blacksmith area? So I go in there, and that's exactly what...
I'm sorry, but I'm super distracted by his arm. So, bear in mind, right? Bear in mind that Phil's arms anyway in a natural state are quite fucking noodly. Why are his noodle arms still got excess fat in them that flap when he wiggles them around? It's just, I don't know.
Oh my god, what's up?
Well, thank you very much to Ira for the super chat, who says this is like watching a kid talking about what he did at preschool. That's nice, Philip. They're all along to the arcade. Mommy and Daddy need alone time. Bloody hell. I mean, yeah, well, that's Phil's fucking life in a fucking nutshell. Things that he thinks he deems interesting enough to talk on his podcast is the most mundane shit ever. But guys, I woke up and I made myself coffee, and then I realised we didn't have milk. And it's like, wow, fucking, how do you fucking overcome that horrible situation? I was like, we ordered Starbucks, we DoorDash Starbucks. It's like, what the fuck, you know, Phil's fucking mundane, pointless, meaningless life. He thinks the most boring asinine stories has fucking value and substance to it. That's how devoid of anything meaningful there is in Phil's life in general. You know what I did today? For the very first time on a Sunday anyway, I went up to Glasgow and went to the gym because I could. I should have done it on Friday, didn't do it on Friday. I could have done it yesterday, but I didn't, and I thought, well, fuck it, it's Sunday. I'm gonna get my arse up to Glasgow, even though it's a Sunday service, and get my arse in the gym, get a good wee workout going, whatever. There we go. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, is it mildly interesting? Perhaps, you know, but is it something more than Phil did anyway? For damn sure. Phil woke his arse up and just decided, you know what, time to stream. He wakes up like 30 minutes before he's due to start streaming. Does a fucking breakfast burrito in his wee stupid face. Anyway, I paused to try and point out Phil's noodle arse arms, and even though he's got noodle arse arms, the bingo wings are flapping excessively.
Rode across the bridge to that castle that was to the northeast.
See the jiggle there? The jiggling is going on there. In particular, this part here. And when it jiggles, you can kind of make out, kind of like, so like there's a good chunk here. This little chunk here is like excess skin, it feels like. Which means his arms are actually that thin. You know what I mean? Even the noodle arms as they are now are super thin. They are bingo wings, eh? Fucking go. They're fucking made for us. But yeah, it's hypnotic and yet bizarre.
With these axes and learn them. So we jumped on the horse, torrent, rode across the bridge to that castle that was to the northeast, and then just hooked a right. And just kept going straight, and we ended up finding a cave that said it was like a forge. And I was like, oh, so it was like a blacksmith area? So I go in there, and that's exactly what it was. There were some new enemies. There were these giant golem-like monster blacksmiths. You had to hit them in the butt. Their weakness was actually a red gem on their lower back. So you had to go behind them and keep striking them in the butt cheeks.
Oh, imagine a big, bright red fucking glowing point telling you where to fucking hit the enemy. How fucking incredible unique that is.
So it was kind of fun and unique. And when I finally got to the end of this DLC, I was kind of getting the hang of the moveset, but maybe not yet. And then...
Phil, you're nowhere near the end of the DLC. You probably meant that particular section, but continue your dumbass narrative story.
I finally got to the end of this DLC. I was kind of getting the hang of the moveset, but maybe not yet. And then at the end, there's a forge. And you touch the forge, and you get an insanely cool weapon. A ginormous hammer with an anvil on the end of the hammer that is a smoldering anvil. So not only is this a giant stagger slam damage weapon, but it also has a fire effect. Okay? People were watching like, where did he get that weapon? That weapon is so cool. So I had to show them on the map constantly on the stream like 2-3 times how you get it. Because people were like, wow, I really want this, right?
Who fucking cares?
So I equip it, and immediately I start using it. Oh my god, this thing is sick. It's got a cool boss effect, well, weapon effect.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
You slam the ground with it. You become fully poised, meaning you can't really get staggered out of this move. As you strike the ground, all of these spears come out of the ground and start impaling upwards. And so it causes a multi-hit effect that's uninterruptible, essentially. So it's super good for a poise build. And guess what build I had? I had a poise build. So I'm like, dude, I gotta try this. So I immediately went, leveled it up, started using it. It's insane. This hammer staggers pretty much everything. All you gotta do is use heavy attacks or, yes, jumping R2, which is literally a giant hammer slam. I mean, if ever jump R2 was to be utilized in Elden Ring, this is supposed to be the weapon you do it with. It's a...
Is he defending fucking spamming jump R2? Also, I need to fucking get this freaking freeze frame. Hold on. This fucking... My pause game's on point tonight, I feel like. Give me a wee second here. To throw this in... Horror demons are back. Send help. And there we go, it's cardboard too quite well. Let me just throw that in the member Discord as well. Oh, for God's sake, Tacozilla, how are you so fast at this shit? Tacozilla is immediately clapped back with the last one and has created that. Why is he so fast at creating these things? Oh, bloody hell. Fell behind bars for fucking tax evasion. If only, yeah, one day he might be behind bars for tax evasion. I have to wait and see if the IRS will fucking catch up with his arse and fucking investigate further.
Giant hammer slam, exactly what you would want to be doing with this weapon. And if you just hit any enemy a few times, they stagger. It's an insane stagger build, okay? So, knowing this, let's go try this out on the enemies that previously I wasn't able to fight. So I went back, and I fought the dancing lion boss again. Immediately I noted something. I'm taking way less damage with this new respec build, and I'm dealing crazy damage against it. I'm like, dude, this is excellent. This is exactly what I needed. My build was bad. That magic build, but this stupid YouTube thing, the magic build does not work in this DLC. You needed to have a different kind of build. So, respecking, oh my god, night and day. Now, I'm still not happy with the way that dancing lion boss is. For example, I actually really like the boss. I think it's unique with the way that it moves and dances and flows.
Oh no, was that a double boss I missed because I played the fucking sound cut for the first boss?
For example, I actually really like the boss. I think it's unique with the way that it moves and dances and flows.
Oh, hold on. Let me further, sorry.
Respecking, oh my god, night and day. Now, I'm still not happy with the way that dancing lion boss is. For example, I actually really like the boss. I think it's unique with the way that it moves and dances and flows. I think its attack patterns are kind of cool. I also like the fact that there's multiple elements in the fight. There's lightning and ice in the fight as opposed to just a one element kind of phase shift. It could change, which is really neat. I don't have a problem with the fight. My problem is with the fucking camera. When you're trying to fight this thing.
Stop moving yourself into a corner, then you constantly fucking back yourself into a fucking corner against a wall, and then you fucking complain that the fucking game screwed you over when you're fucking moving yourself into an area where the camera cannot fucking work properly. If you stop fucking backing that dumb arse up of yours into a fucking corner, then perhaps the camera would not be a fucking issue. Get better.
You have two options. Lock on or don't lock on, okay? If you lock onto it, the camera frequently has major problems. It'll start to do its dance, and all of a sudden, the camera will start going crazy. And you can't tell where you are, where it is. You can't see what attacks it's using. So good luck trying to learn this thing's attack patterns when the camera refuses to center on the boss like it should. So it'll start moving. All of a sudden, you're behind it. You're crunched against the wall and can't see. There was one time, I'm not kidding you, the camera got stuck in the boss's asshole. I could see through the boss transparently, and I was on the other side. What the fuck is going on? How could the camera possibly have gone into the boss and got stuck in its fucking rectum? And it did.
You know, I'm counting that as scat talk since he's focused primarily on the arse.
Burger.
This has always been a problem with FromSoft games since the get-go. That camera, I remember complaining about it every single FromSoft game. I remember Bloodborne, the first major boss, same problem. I get stuck in the wall, can't see what I'm doing. It's stupid that they haven't fixed this yet. As for as big as they are, as popular as they are, as much money as they fucking make, the fact that they can't figure out how to work the goddamn camera yet is really atrocious. So you might say, well then what's the solution? Just don't lock on. Fine, but the problem with that is if you don't lock on, half the time when you're going to attack, you will swing and miss. I got this giant hammer and I'm swinging, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it just goes whoop, right the either wrong direction or it looks like it's going to connect and it doesn't. When I'm locked on, it hits almost every time. So you lock on and you hit what you can't see, So it's basically like you're playing like this. Okay, I'm hitting something. Let's keep going. All right, yes, I'm hitting him again. Oh, this is great. Or it's like this. Oh, wow, I can see everything, but I can't. I'm with it. I'm with it. I can't hit it all. I'm with it. That's dumb. The challenge of the fight should be the boss, not the fucking camera.
Boss.
So that's actually what agitates me about that boss. Not the boss. I like the boss. It was unique. It was very beautiful the way it was animated. I like the multiple elements. I'm not criticizing at all the boss fight.
Hold on. Well, first, that's another boss right there.
Boss.
I feel like I missed a boss there. Look. So, Jesus Christ, man. Well, hold on. I feel like I said it 3 times in very quick succession, then the 4th one at the end there. But I've only counted 2 and then 3, if that makes sense.
I'm with it. I can't hit it all. I'm with it. That's dumb. The challenge of the fight should be the boss, not the fucking camera. So that's actually what agitates me about that boss. Not the boss. I like the boss. It was unique. It was very beautiful the way it was animated. I like.
So yeah, we have one more to add.
Boss.
Good shit. I had a feeling I missed one there. Yeah. There we go. I'm glad. So we have 2 free spaces so far just on boss alone. Fuck me.
The multiple elements. I'm not criticizing at all the boss fight. It's the fucking camera.
I counted that already, by the way. I counted that one already.
Camera sucks shit and makes it bad. If the camera worked, that fight actually wouldn't even be hard. That's the sad fact about it. Okay? Anyway, so I absolutely, finally, after about a half an hour of fighting that boss, I beat it. Okay? I'm like, yes, we did it. So then, I have choices of what to do. We explored some more. Basically, what I wanted to do was get revenge on everything that had kicked my butt. So I went right back to the Ghost Flame Dragon. Guess what? One shot at it with this new build. One fucking shot.
Who fucking cares?
Dragon was kicking my ass. I was kicking the dragon's ass, but I wasn't dealing any damage with the magic build. So now with this new hammer, I was dealing insane damage to the dragon, kicking its butt. So if anything, what this DLC is telling you, it's very simple. Don't stick with your specs from the main game. Take one of the new weapons you find in this DLC, respec to use it, and then you're going to do fine. It just seems like anything that's old school isn't going to work. I mean, I had a fucking meta build of magic based on feedback from my streams, and it doesn't work. I immediately start getting new weapons, respec to them, and now I'm kicking everything's ass. So there's your testament to the fact that that's what they must want you to do in this DLC. I mean, either that or, again, if you want to ride around looking for all the Scadu tree upgrades to get all 10 of them, so now you're double damage and double damage resistance, then maybe any build would work. But I don't want to spend time doing that. I'd rather play the game. So there you go. Anyway, so now I have 2 different weapons I can alternate between. Right now, I'm absolutely loving this hammer. It has insane stagger, and it deals great damage, and I like the ability it has, too, to have that rooted slam that turns into a bunch of spears coming out. It's really neat. But I also have the axes, and the axes are pretty good, too. So I have a choice to go between these 2 weapons on the fly whenever I want, see what I want to do. I might go back to the axes at some point. I don't think I'll stick with the hammer the entire playthrough, and I might find another weapon as well that I end up really liking. The good news is, already I found another of the highest level Somber Smithing Stones. So I can have another weapon leveled to max that's a special weapon that I like. So we're going to have options in this playthrough to swap around, okay? And I've only respec once. I have 9 more larval tiers or something like that, so I'm good in that regard as well.
Who fucking cares?
People are saying there's some wild weapons in this DLC, so likely I will end up running into more long-term that I want to try out and respec to. So we'll see how it goes, and continue on. Now, today we're taking a break from it, but we do return to it tomorrow, and I'm playing it Tuesday. After that, there's going to be a balance between that and Street Fighter 6, because we got a brand new character, M. Bison, entering Street Fighter 6 on Wednesday, and that's going to be my focus. So, should be pretty interesting, see how things go. I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm glad I'm taking the break from Elden Ring, but now that I actually have a couple new weapons and a new build, I'm craving it. Like, I kind of wish I was playing it today, but at the same time, it is good to stand back and say, okay, let's take a different approach, let's do it a little different, and let's give it a rest for a day. Also, I will say this, okay? Excuse me. I will say this, okay? First stream of Elden Ring on Friday.
Oh, here we go. Money. I'm calling it now. This is the money talk of the fucking Elden Ring thing.
Ton of people showed up, right? Great support in all regards, super chats and tips and everything. Friday night, no exaggeration, the support I got on the Elden Ring stream was lower than a usual Friday night fights for Street.
Why does this matter? Why is this any business for your audience? What is the fucking big deal? You're craving the game, you're enjoying the game, you're enjoying the DLC, you have an overpowered cheese weapon, so keep playing the game, keep having fun. Why should your audience care about your financial side of things? If they like what they're seeing, they'll support it. If they're not going to fucking support it, then you have this fucking choice to make. It's as simple as that. Just fucking play Stardew Valley every single fucking stream if you want guaranteed $100 fucking tips.
Fighter. And then yesterday, yeah, the daytime stream of Elden Ring, I didn't even hit tier 1 tips go. And it's like, this is the biggest thing. Everyone claims they want to see me play it. The view.
It's everyone's fucking fault because apparently everyone. Phil, you were hyping up more than your audience. You were the one who was losing your goddamn fucking mind. Telling your audience how great Elden Ring is going to be. It's going to be up for DLC. No, it's a DLC. It'll be up for Game of the Year probably because it's such an amazing thing and all that crap. I left a comment on Josh Prime's gaming video, by the way, explaining this sort of thing. Hold on, give me a second here. By the way, authors, hooray, authors are fucking delightful, aren't they? Yeah, hooray for authors. Where's Josh? Where's fucking Josh's fucking video? Hold on, give me a second here. Because he uploaded it like fucking, there you fucking go.
But
Shush. So yeah, I left a comment here trying to explain to Josh, you know, a wee bit, you know, about Phil's attitude and all that shit. So I said, Josh, what we need to remember is when it comes to DSP gaming, is that his financial support during a stream, and in particular with tips, often feeds into his behaviour while playing a game. When Phil played a DLC in his first day stream on Friday, his support was strong, with him getting $187 in tips. He was, unsurprisingly, quite chipper about this, full of smiles and expectations of similar support in later streams. However, a night stream only returned $35, which saw his mood turn sour, and the following day stream had similar return also. He decided to respec on Saturday as he claimed he was bored of his magic build and eventually returned to his old cheese tactic of jump R2 spam. If he was getting massive contributions during the streams, it is very possible his opinions would differ about the DLC, but his atrocious financial management... I'll pause my reading for now. Oh god. Oh god.
Fill me up 69 tip £1. I'm used cameras going into holes. Kat always puts her ass up against my face in the corner of our bedroom, and I use the GoPro camera to find the G-spot under all that mush.
I am so glad that text-to-speech made that possible for me not to have to read out. Thank you for the tip, by all means. I'm glad for the tip, but you nasty. I'm not repeating that shit. If people didn't fucking hear it, then I'm not fucking saying no stuff. No, I'm not saying that stuff. Thank you for the tip, but by God, that's just the way. That's just your imagination's a terrifying fucking place. Thank you though. Oh god. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. If he was getting massive contributions during the streams, it is very possible his opinions would differ about the DLC. But his atrocious financial management almost always feeds into his thoughts on the game he is playing, whether it's, you know, Elden Ring or whatever else. Phil did tell his audience he thought summoning was an illegitimate method of beating the game the other day, but then again he did return to Jump R2 when he was apparently beyond using the old cheese tactics, so this DLC is going to provide a fascinating amount of sodium copium to the table. And then I went and basically summed up Phil's expectations essentially when it comes to money. When Phil played Elden Ring back in 2022 and 2023, the game saw support for him be quite significant. He was given over $8,000 in tips alone via PayPal and over $3,000 in Super Chats, averaging about $200 in support combined per stream he did of the game. So the fact similar numbers have not been produced for him aside from the first DLC stream has him concerned, and people are wondering whether Phil might even wage quit a DLC due to a lack of support, as he insists on getting at least $50 per stream, and streams 2 and 3 fell below that metric, despite the first stream making almost 4 times that amount with $187. But for anyone well informed about Philip Burnell, he does not appear to save such funds when support is above and beyond what he demands, and considers that a bonus that's immediately gone by the time his night stream rolls around. So there you go, that's what I had to say about that. But anyway, let's get back to the bingo and let's see if we can get a wee win.
Views are good on the streams. I don't know what's happening, right? If I'm playing other games and getting more support, I don't know what's going on with Elden Ring. And the thing is, I want to play a lot of it. I want to play this game a ton in the coming weeks, because if it is 30 to 40 hours long, you know, by the end of this week, I'll be, what, like 14 hours into it or something like that? And I want to keep it as a regular game in the rotation and balance it with something else, but I want to play a lot of it. Everyone's been asking for it for months. Please, you know, finish your second run, get ready for this, right? So, I don't know what's going on. I would hope that maybe what it is a lot of people are playing the DLC themselves, and then they're going to come back.
Oh my god, the copium is off the charts. Everyone must be busy playing it themselves to come by and give me their money. That's what it'll be. So, Phil has to play these games day one to capitalise on the hype. But then he thinks to himself, I guess our support isn't there because everyone's playing it day one. So would Phil be better off not playing it day one then to try and get better support?
after. The thing is, the viewership's good, but I get the feeling most of the viewers are trolls here to see me suffer, right? Let's be honest. Every single fucking time I play a FromSoft game, I get inflated views. They don't really amount to anything. It's just people who are here to kind of like laugh when I fail, right? And
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I get that. That's part of the experience. You're never going to change that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. I'm going to keep playing. I'm not giving up on it or anything like that. I would hope that we're going to essentially have people coming by to support and engage further on. And it's hilarious because you got someone saying, you're so far behind everyone that's why people are going to watch other people. So you want everyone to rush through the fucking thing? You're an idiot. Okay? Let me just say this up front. If you want to see someone rush through the fucking new DLC, not take their time, not explore, just bum rush through it, you're a fucking moron. All right? That's not how it's supposed to be fucking played. The whole idea of an insanely lengthy DLC like this is to check it out at a pace that makes sense. Check out the nooks and crannies. Find the optional dungeons. Find the cool weapons. I mean, what's funny is I'm playing it, right? And right on my stream, there's people outright saying, oh, I didn't find that when I was playing. Oh, yeah, I beat it yesterday, by the way. So you beat it in 2 days, but you skipped half the content because you rushed through it. So what the fuck? Why did you even play it? Right? You also have to understand something. I'm not one of these streamers who's going to be playing this 7 times. There's a lot of these streamers who, when they play it, they're going to be playing it once, then again, then again, then again. This is their thing for like 2 months. This is all they're doing, right? These kind of streamers, they just focus on one thing. That's not me. I'm a variety guy. You know that. You know that this is going to be my one run through this DLC. Maybe in a year or two, I would go back and play it again, much like I just did with the base Elden Ring. But I'm not a streamer that focuses on one game endlessly. So I want to play it at a pace where I'm looking for everything, I'm exploring the areas, I'm finding the secrets. I don't want to miss out on tons of meaningful content because I'm rushing through to be the first to beat it. Who the fuck cares? That is such an insanely outdated mentality when it comes to content creation and gameplay. That's what I used to do 12, 13 fucking years ago. Run to the store, buy the game on launch day, beat it in a day and a half, get the full playthrough out onto the next game. Skip half the content of the game, but who cares? The playthrough's done, right?
You know, fucking done it for money, Phil. You done that to try and fucking make as much money as fucking possible. It was not about trying to fucking create meaningful fucking content. As about you trying to make as much fucking money as possible, but trying to get the fucking videos up before anyone else fucking could do it anyway. Yeah, Phil, you were always a quantity over quality sort of content creator, and that's not changed. You like to fucking pretend you have fucking changed, but really, the fucking quantity has, to a degree, lessened, but the quality never fucking arrived. So basically, I would actually argue you got worse over time, in terms of the content you're fucking providing. But that's just my take, though.
What's the fucking point of that? So that's actually what you're saying. Oh, well, everyone's ahead of you, they're going to other people. Well, then fuck them. They're morons. Why are you dying to see someone rush through the fucking game? Doesn't make any sense at all.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to more tomorrow. All right. So now what we should do? Let's go through the schedule. You guys know what to expect. This week is still kind of an interesting mix.
Oh fuck me, the schedule. I'm going 1.5. 1.5 time.
So today it's React Day. It's gonna be DSP versus the internet, and then tonight the retro react stream on DSP Throwback, finishing Rise of Nightmares, and then Dark Souls 1. Tomorrow, Elden Ring DLC on the first stream. And we actually are at the Castle Insis, I think it's called. And I don't know if this is a legacy dungeon or not. We are there, and there's no torrent, so I'm thinking it's a legacy dungeon. But it's kind of weird the way it's laid out because I haven't really found a way into the castle yet. I think we're at the point where I might. So we're gonna probably continue on with that, or we could go and explore other stuff too. I actually found a second legacy dungeon way out in a different direction because I went exploring and found this other way to go. So we could do that one too. It doesn't seem to be any particular order you have to do anything in this DLC. You might be able to do them in whatever order you want. I don't know. So we have those, or we could just further explore the open world as well. So we'll see what we want to do. But we got 2 new builds to check out, 2 new weapons, so it should be neat. Tomorrow night, Street Fighter 6 returns. I'm gonna do a late stream of Zangief once again in Street Fighter 6. Do a little bit of casual play just to get my bearings again, and then jump into ranked and see how well I do. Last time I actually won more than I lost in ranked, so hopefully I can keep that pattern rolling. Tuesday, more Elden Ring DLC on the daytime stream, and the night stream will be the continuation of Stardew Valley. Now, before we get to Wednesday, which is a big Street Fighter 6 update, I just want to give you guys my thoughts about Stardew Valley. I've now done 4 night streams of Stardew Valley. 4.
Oh, he's going to say it's fantastic. I don't know why he's holding his fingers up this way, but whatever. I guess I will thumbnail it. But yeah, he's going to fucking say, oh, I love playing this fucking game. Pretty much because he gets fucking massive money for playing it. You know, that's the kind of one big key factor there for Phil's enjoyment of the fucking game. He can just sit back and let the fucking big bucks roll in from a couple of prominent sponsors while he gets told what to fucking do and how to play the fucking game. Doesn't require much brain power on Phil's part. All he can do is just basically let chat dictate and control things for him. It's a perfect sort of game for Phil. Anyway, let me throw that in the members Discord to see the... Oh my fucking god. Hold on a second. So, God damn it. God damn it. Tacozola has been busy again. This is the latest. Finish him. Jesus Christ, man. He's too powerful. Tacozola's too powerful with the fucking on the fly fucking creations of his. Fuck me. Bloody hell. Anyway, let's crack on with Bingo.
I don't know why I'm doing the Spock symbol, but anyway. And here's the deal with Stardew Valley, okay? We have not had a regular late night chill stream game in a bit. There have been games in the rotation that are considered chill that I would play at night, but a lot of them were playthroughs, like actual narrative-based playthroughs. They had a certain length, nothing that's like an endless kind of chill experience. For example, Minecraft, Bassmaster, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Animal Crossing, what was it called? New Horizons, or Disney Dreamlight Valley, right? I could keep going because we've had these kind of games over the years. Subnautica, right? And they're all unique and different, but they all have something in mind. There really is no end to them. And the more you play them, you can have a lot of opportunity to relax and interact with the audience who helps you along the way to excel in the game while you're also having fun conversation. It's a social hangout more than just a playthrough that must have progress, right? So, I've now been playing it 4 times. Every single time I play Stardew Valley, it's a delight. It's a treat. The game is fun, has all this different stuff. It's not just about farming, which on the level of it, like the base level, you would think it's just about farming, but it's not. There's farming, there's mining, there's fighting, there's combat against monsters in the caves, there's fishing, which I love fishing in video games, and this one has it in droves, and it's fun. There's a whole social aspect of befriending the people in the town, and each townsperson has a unique role. Like one's a carpenter, one's a blacksmith, one's a museum curator, and they all have something to do with
fuck you and your
game.
friends.
There's crafting in general, just learning how to craft stuff and using that crafting to improve the kind of stuff that you can do on a daily basis, which is really neat. There's also story, like there's story elements happening, cutscenes and things like that. That's really, really neat, and I'm enjoying. And on top of that, there's like time seasonal things that happen too. So, I went on Easter egg hunt. They didn't call it Easter egg because I thought Easter would be offensive to say it's a holiday. It's kind of a religious holiday. So they said spring egg hunt, right? Or the flower dance, which I'm going to be honest, kind of creeped me out because it looked like Midsommar. You ever saw that movie? And I was like, oh God, what's happening here? The deaths are coming any second now. So anyway, so it's really neat because it has all of this content to it. That on the base level, you would never think the game even has that. I mean, I played it 8 hours now. Well, actually, probably about 9 hours. So I did the intro in a separate set, and I'm never bored. There's always something going on. I'm improving and learning new things. In fact, as of last night, I finally hit summertime, and now it's a whole new season. So there's new crops, new activities, and new things to do, and the entire music and atmosphere has changed for a new season. I'm like, oh, that's neat. I can't wait to actually play it next time and see what's changed and what's new because the seasons have changed. So I'm gonna be honest, I really like Stardew Valley as a chill stream. All right, just on its own merits, I like it as a chill stream. But then on top of that, I am getting some of the biggest, most supportive viewers, chatters, and participants in these streams. Every single time I played Stardew Valley, we've hit multiple goals. We've gotten tons of support and tons of engagement. Like people come by, we have fun conversation, and they help me not only with the game, but we talk about all kinds of things going on in gaming and news and life and everything. It's just a weird, different experience than say, oh, I'm playing Elden Ring. Must hyper focus on Elden Ring and play Elden Ring, right? Oh, play Street Fighter. I gotta do this. I gotta pay attention. It's just such a different thing, and I like that. I like having that in the rotation. That's why I kept Stardew in the rotation this week, because I knew with these stress levels of playing Elden Ring and Street Fighter, I needed something to break that stress up as something relaxing and chill, and it's working. Like last night, after having played Elden Ring 3 straight streams, it was very refreshing to play Stardew Valley. So yeah, exactly. The Blimp says, games like that in Bassmaster are great, like a Q&A and gaming hybrid. Yeah, that's why I called them like chill streams, because the focus isn't, oh, tonight we absolutely must make utmost progress in the game we're playing. The game is there, it's part of the experience, but it's kind of an overall balanced take, right? It's overall everything kind of balancing together that makes it work, right? And that's what I really like about it. So that's why Stardew Valley is staying in the rotation, and the next time we're going to play it is Tuesday night, okay? This Wednesday, which is what, the 26th? June 26th, is the release of M. Bison, or Vega if you live in Japan, in Street Fighter 6. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have not seen gameplay of him outside of the announcement trailer. I've literally not watched any of these special selected fucking fighting game players who got it early. Again, you guys know me, I hate the practice that there are special priority streamers and content creators who get shit early and can make all this content on it, and essentially they're getting paid big bucks. You might say, what do you mean? Is Capcom paying them? No, but because they got the content early, they're able to put out all these videos and streams, and they made thousands of dollars on that content so far. It's ridiculous that they're just given money to promote. You think they're going to say a single bad thing about M. Bison when they're getting this priority and getting paid to do so by their viewers? Of course not. Anyway, he really comes out on Wednesday. Rather than listen to all the white noise around it, I'm going to play with M. Bison on Wednesday for the very first time. I'm going to do just what I do every time. I'm going to take him into his, his tutorial mode where it teaches you all his basics. We're going to go into training mode and try to learn advanced combos, strategies. Then we're going to go to casual play, try to pick a player, learn, and then I'm going to jump into ranked, just like I did with Akuma. However, here's the difference, all right? In this case, I will not have the insane input delay that I've had with all the other new characters I played in this game. With Akuma, I literally got him the 5-star diamond, and then I couldn't win a match because everything was so slow. With Bison, at very least, I shouldn't have that issue. I'm not saying I'm going to be good with this character. I'm not. It depends. I don't know.
Well, you declared you're going to try and get fucking master rank in the first stream. So if you don't do that, it's going to be embarrassing for you to fucking make such a proclamation, and then if you fall flat in your face of what you thought you were going to get, yeah, that's going to be a little bit fucking funny to laugh at.
I like Bison. I really like Bison in Street Fighter 2. I really like Bison in Street Fighter Alpha. Those are games where I excelled playing with that character, okay? But I haven't really played the more modern Street Fighters. You know, I used him a little bit in Street Fighter 4. I didn't even play Street Fighter 5 more than a little bit. So, you know, I don't know how he's going to be in this or if I'm going to like him or not. He definitely, in the preview trailer, he looked like he was playing like Street Fighter 5 Bison, in which case, I'm not going to know my ass from my elbow. I didn't play Street Fighter 5 Bison. I don't know the changes. I mean, he's very different in that one. I wish he would have played more like Classic Bison, but Street Fighter 6 doesn't play like Classic Street Fighter, so that's kind of a pipe dream at this point. But we'll see. So all day Wednesday, it's all about M. Bison here on DSP Gaming as I explore the character, I try him out, see if I like him, and I'll dedicate the whole day to him, okay? Then I'm off from streaming on Thursday. When I return on Friday, it'll be Elden Ring on the day stream, and Friday Night Fights, more Street Fighter on that stream. Now, here's the thing. If I like Bison, I'm probably going to jump right into Bison again. Why not? Do 3 streams of Bison. Maybe I'll get him to Master at that point. Or, if I don't like Bison after playing him all day Wednesday, maybe instead, I would, go back and maybe go to Blanca or more Zangief or something like that. We'll see, okay? And of course, Saturday will be more Elden Ring and Stardew Valley, and then we're going to go from there, all right? So the good news is there are no more major releases for quite some time. Around mid-July, we're going to start to get some releases. For example, I'll open up my game release list here, all right?
Wait, why is that good news? Wasn't Phil
In late June, there are some re-releases. For example, there's the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD re-release, and it's like, I don't know if I'm interested in it or not at this point. There's also Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble that comes out in 2 days. Those are kind of maybe filler things for the summer, right? But not something that I'm rushing to do. In July, quite frankly, the first big one, and probably the only one, this Kunitsugami game comes out on July 19th on Game Pass, and no one seems to know what the hell it is. Like, no one, because everyone thought it was going to be like Neo or something like that at first, and then people thought, oh, maybe it's like Tenchu. And then they're like, what is this? It looks like a strategy game. Like, no one knows what it is. So there's really not that much going on. In July, there's the Nintendo World Championships coming out mid-July, and like I said, I may actually save that and do something like that during my upcoming Summer Bash Marathon event that we're probably going to do.
I would bless you, but you just fucking burn your cunt.
Excuse me, my allergies are acting up again. I'm probably gonna have to blow my nose in a minute. Anyway, yes, for us to play possibly during my marathon event in late July, early August, which we'll talk about more soon, there's really just not much going on in July. So I feel like July is gonna be focusing on finishing up the Elden Ring DLC, a lot of Street Fighter, right? Continuing on with Stardew Valley, and then maybe bringing back Fallout 4 in some capacity, and then maybe some new stuff, you know, some new ideas. Maybe we could do that System Shock remake that came out. Maybe we could do Luigi's Mansion 2. Maybe we could check out the Super Monkey Ball game. That's just a few things going on that we could possibly do. You know, I'm interested in this, Riven is getting a remake on PC, okay? And it comes out, I think, this week. And I really liked Myst when we played it on PC many years ago. But I don't know if my mini PC can play the Riven remake.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
I'm nervous it probably can't. It doesn't have a console release yet. But I'm interested. I liked Myst a lot. It was very fun interactive streams that we had together. And so I'd be interested in Riven. But again, I don't know. I guess we have to look into it. Like, what are the system requirements for this re-release? Because it would be something fun to mix in with everything else going on. I feel like if we're going to have 2 stressful games, like if we're going to have Elden Ring and Street Fighter 6 going on, we kind of need to have 2 more relaxing games. We already have Stardew Valley, but maybe we can do one more thing, and maybe that Riven is that thing, right? So we'll see. That's the plan for what's going on right now. Right now, I'm liking everything I'm doing. I'm happy I turned around the Elden Ring DLC, and now we're having fun with it. My one concern is, for some reason, 2 straight Elden Ring streams have been slower streams for support, and I am hoping that it will pick up. I don't know why it wouldn't. People wanted this all year. We're demanding it, excited for it, and it's weird to me that a regular, like, Street Fighter stream would do better than the Elden Ring streams. I'm just saying, you know? So hopefully things will pick up and they'll start to do better, okay?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, all right. So the only other thing that I really want to talk about before we get to say shout-outs and the Q&A and the like is this upcoming event that I want to do either in late July, early August. Probably gonna be a summer-themed party. Last year, I can't remember what we called it. It was like a barbecue bash. I don't know what we want to call it this year. Summer bash, summer fun, summer fest, DSP's big bouncing summer balls. Yeah, the big bouncing summer balls. Why not? I'll get 2 big balls, like a volleyball and a beach ball, and I'll just toss them around. We'll have balls.
Shut up, bitch!
Anyway, it's gonna be a marathon event in the summer, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have booze.
You know what? I'm going to count that as clown mode. Because, you know, fuck him.
Burger. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have gameplay of some sort. But what I want to emphasize, I don't want this to be an event where we absolutely have to finish a certain amount of games or gameplay guaranteed in the event. When we did the other marathon, for example, like we did the Indies marathon, it was fun, but I did feel rushed. Like I couldn't play as much of each game that I wanted to, because we always had to be rushing to the next game to be sure we had gameplay in. And if you remember, I think we did Stardew Valley like last, and really it felt like I didn't do enough of that, right? In this case, I would prefer to not feel so rushed. Maybe be a little bit more relaxed. Maybe we haven't done a tier maker in ages. Maybe we could do a tier maker that somehow relates to summertime. I don't know what. We could think about it. Maybe summertime foods or something. And we could, you know, like summertime barbecue foods and stuff and balance them off each other, rate them or something like that. I don't know. Usually the food...
Get Derek to make a fucking tier maker of all his favourite races that, you know, he likes to watch. his special time? Like, what's his preferred, demographic? What's his favourite genre of, like... Does he prefer the Asians? Does he prefer, the white chicks or whatever? Who knows? Get decked to make your tier maker.
The food tier makers we've done have been some of the best. But being we haven't done one in so long, I feel like maybe that could be something fun. Like I said, this Nintendo World Champion.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much, Viga, for the super chat who says, new tier list, ways to fuck off. I mean, there's a variety of ways. You can fucking fuck off to the left, fuck off to the right, fuck off up the way, fuck off down the way, out the fucking window. If we're fucking off out the door, only Phil can do that one because Cat can't fit through it.
We've done have been some of the best. But being we haven't done one in so long, I feel like maybe that could be something fun. Like I said, this Nintendo World Championships game is coming out, and that's all challenge runs of classic games. Maybe we could exclusively just play that day and do the different challenges and see how well I can do, and people can actually like guess in the chat how well I'll do on each challenge run and stuff like that. Similar to how we used to have the Penne points on Twitch, and people would kind of wager the points on whether or not I would do something well. Maybe we could have that kind
So you want bounties to return? I'm pretty sure that is kind of frowned upon by YouTube, but look, you hoping and praying to kind of circumnavigate that all the same.
of stuff going on. If I, will Phil complete the stage in 30 seconds? Will Phil do this level of challenge in the Nintendo World Championships or something like that? And people can weigh in on it. I don't know. We got to think about it. You do live polls and stuff. You can always do that, constantly in the chat here. Could be kind of neat. So, all right. So that's coming. Let's talk more about that as we get into July. We still have probably 2 to 3 weeks of content that's kind of already laid out for us between Elden Ring DLC, Street Fighter 6, Stardew Valley, and maybe one other thing that will start in there. I think we're gonna be all right. But let's consider some other stuff as well. All right, and then let's start talking about this marathon. All right. Before I continue on, I'm gonna go blow my nose because I sneezed. So please bear with me when I do that, and then I'll come back and then we will continue on. All right, give me a sec here because whenever I sneeze because my allergies, all of my sinuses screw up. My post-nasal drip goes crazy, bothering me.
And I'm gonna just fast forward past this. How long will I be away for? Oh, here we go. Let's see what he's wearing, shall we? Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what he's wearing down below. There we go. It's the fucking the plaid jammy bottoms. I wonder if he actually fucking have to throw out the Zelda jammies. He's definitely too ashamed to wear them anymore. So if he still has the Zelda jammies, I guess he's too ashamed to wear them on stream anymore because people just fucking made fun of him far too often. Phil, you're still rocking up to fucking stream wearing fucking pajamas down below. It is still quite fucking embarrassing to watch.
All right. Okay, I'm back. Sorry I had to blow my nose because of my allergies. All right, I think we've covered generally everything that I wanted to cover on the podcast today. We do have one shout out to do so far. If any other contributions come in, I'll shout them out. I'll just say this. This is React Day. I know it's very different from my usual gaming content, okay?
He's only got one shout out to fucking do, which is not enough for him. So yeah, here we go. Another time to beg.
If you support this podcast, you're also supporting the React stream. I would appreciate it if you could. React streams have kind of been hit or miss recently. Sometimes they do really well, and then other times they don't. Depends on, I guess, whatever week it is. Particularly, there's nothing crazy going on this week. You would think that, today should be a pretty typical React day, hopefully. And as you know, my goals are always to try to hit 50 bucks in tips. If I hit that, I feel like I've done a successful stream. Outside of that, anything in the realm of super chats, memberships, gifted memberships, all appreciated. So please consider supporting, and I will give you a live shout out right now on the podcast. And of course, this will carry over to our goals and rewards for the React show as well. If we raise tips now, I'm not going to erase them for the stream that I'm doing in just like an hour, okay? Okay, so we start off today with a $3 tip. From Gerbax. Gerbax is a $3 tip. Now, hold on a second here.
I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair.
Hold on. How do you spell it?
Constantly to get attention from children.
Whoa, shit.
Bruh.
Fuck you, Phil.
Okay. So let's see what they say. This is absolutely hilarious when I reach stuff like this. You ready for this? I saw recently on Reddit. Already we have a problem. You saw something on Reddit about me. You made a mistake. But let's continue. I saw recently on Reddit, you had to just replace your garbage disposal. Not garbage disposal, food waste disposal. There's a difference between garbage disposal and a food waste disposal. But it was my food waste disposal, and it wasn't recent. It was like a year ago. Okay? Which brand did you use? Whirlaway, Waste King, Incinerator, Moen, Evergrind. I found the quality of the Evergrind blade outweighs the sheer power of Moen's G35 3/4 HP motor. And as a side note, apparently garbage disposal should not be used for garden waste, pet fur, or paper towels. Thanks, Phil.
He is mocking this genuine query as to what fucking brand he got. Like, yeah, is it a bit fucking randomly detailed? I mean, to an extent, but what's wrong with the question? Like, Phil, is it Phil replaced something? Someone's apparently curious about the fucking product or whatever because of something they may be looking for themselves, and so they're just trying to get some feedback from Phil. And Phil seems genuinely upset that somebody asked him this question. Is he going to assume this is some sort of strange bait to try and find out how much money Phil spent on a new fucking food disposal?
Okay, first off, I don't know off the top of my head, nor am I going to go look at the model of waste disposal that I put into my sink a year ago. Okay? I don't even know what why you would want to know the brand of the waste disposal, okay? Here's what happened. When I moved into this house a decade ago, there was a waste disposal in my sink. And I didn't know it at the time. But as I started to talk to the people who run the condo association, they said, that thing is your best friend. Because when it comes to food waste, all right, you basically want to put all your food waste down the waste disposal.
Fuck you and
We
your
have
friends.
very strict garbage laws here in the state of Washington because we are considered a green state, meaning that we have very limited amounts of garbage removal. We are allowed one mid-sized garbage trash can every 2 weeks. Yes, you heard what I just said. Every 2 weeks, we are allowed one trash can to be removed from the house. We also are allowed one large size can, which is much bigger than the trash can, of recyclables to also be removed every 2 weeks. FYI, they are way more lenient with recyclables. If you have extras, they'll usually take them and not complain. But garbage, I'm not kidding you. If you have more than one can of trash every 2 weeks, they charge you tons of money to remove your extra trash can. Okay? Hence, this is why every once in a while you hear me saying I had to go to the garbage dump. Because when you have pets, like we have, when you have a house where you...
Pet. Singular. You have one fucking indoor cat. But continue your narrative. And also, when you have a big beefy bitch of a wife that fucking orders DoorDash 7 times a fucking day, then aye, all those fucking styrofoam fucking containers will add up.
Me saying I had to go to the garbage dump. Because when you have pets, like we have, when you have a house where you do normal things, every once in a while you do spring cleaning or you throw stuff out that's outdated or whatever, you're going to have extra trash. You're not going to have one can of trash every 2 weeks. That's ridiculous. Maybe if you're a bachelor, be a little alone, and you always eat out, maybe then, right? You would have one can of trash every 2 weeks. So, what ends up happening is, whenever we eat, if we have extra food waste, and it has to go down that waste disposal to reduce the amount of trash we have to the maximum amount. We just can't have cans of trash sitting around here, all right?
Why don't you try and make smaller fucking portions? If you're constantly fucking making too much food, then that tells me you people are fucking not making... You're doing something wrong there. Like, if you're constantly always having to fucking do this, try and lower your fucking portion sizes then. Because you guys are fucking responsible ultimately for the food that you're consuming and making. So why are you making way too much fucking food? Between 2 fucking people, might I add. This is not some sort of fucking family thing where some child didn't fucking eat their fucking greens or whatever. So doing the fucking food disposal it goes. No. It's just a simple, small household. A big house, but there's only fucking, one odd-shaped fucking headed person in there, one big beefy boot who can't get through the door, and a wee cat. And Phil has no idea, I guess, or Cat has no idea fucking how to fucking... Does Cat still not understand? So, hold on. Cat apparently fucking does all the cooking, according to Phil. So after what, 4 years? 5 years? How long has it fucking been since Cat's been living there? And she still has no idea how much of a portion size to fucking cook for the 2 of them after... Now, yes, I know, I don't believe they fucking cook much either, by the way, but I'm going by Phil's narrative. Phil's narrative is, oh, she cooks like fucking 5 days a week or 6 days a week and we go to fucking DoorDash or whatever, 1 day a fucking week or whatever. That's their story, you know what I mean? So if we're to take Phil at his word, then Kat still has no concept whatsoever of how much of a portion size to fucking cook for the 2 of them after all this time she's been living there. And it's been like, what, 2018? So it's like 6 fucking years. She's been there 6 years. And she still doesn't know how much to fucking make. That is of course if I believe Phil. It's easy just to assume that they fucking DoorDash all the time, I know. But if Phil is to be believed, then the fact that Kat has no idea about portion sizes and they're still having to fucking throw away food every single fucking day means that there's something... that bitch ain't right for not being able to understand that by now. 6 years.
Right? So, waste disposals are essential. And my neighbors, like I said, my condo association said when I moved here, you're going to be using this thing all the time. Like literally all the time. It's essential that you use it. That way you don't have a lot of trash. Okay? I had that waste disposal from since I moved in the main sink, all the way until, I want to say, this is a guesstimate, maybe like 2018, maybe 2019, around that time period. I'm not exactly 100% sure when exactly it was that it first broke. So when it broke, I had a plumber come to the house, The plumber looked at it and said, yeah, these things break within, 5 to 10 years. There's nothing you can do. You just gotta get another one. And he says, well, I'll give you the same one. So he gave me the same one. Okay, just to replace swap. Well, it was already leaking within 2 days. It was leaking all over the underneath of my sink. So I had the plumber come out again and said, yeah, this thing's busted. I don't know what happened to it. It's supposed to be new. Gave me another one, and that one seemed to be fine and wasn't leaking. I had that one, I want to say, maybe 2 years. Okay, maybe. That's stretching it, right? Like I'm trying to think exactly when. No, maybe it was 3 years. It wasn't a long time. It was only a few years. And again, these things are supposed to last anywhere from 5 to 10 years. This thing did not last that long. It was maybe 2-3 years that I had it. Okay? And then it broke again. And this was last year out of nowhere. Of course, I'm not expecting that. I had just gotten one a few years before. Why would this thing be breaking? All right? Now, for the record, we are well aware of the things you're not supposed to put into a waste disposal unit. You don't put, like you said here in your tip here.
Hey, hold on. So no, hold on. I thought it was a food disposal unit. So now it's a waste disposal unit. Isn't that for garbage? Does Phil... Hold on. Are these two the same thing, or are they two different things? Because Phil started a message by saying that Phil didn't get a waste disposal, we got a food disposal thing. Or garbage disposal or some pish. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused by what Phil actually fucking got. Does Phil even know what he fucking has?
Here. You don't use...
Oh yeah, thank you very much, Scorpion, for becoming a bingo baddie. Big up to Scorpion. Cheers for that, pal. Try and remind me before the end of bingo to add your name to the list. Cheers.
Garden waste, correct. Why? Anything that is stringy, like even celery, or like heavy amounts of carrots, even putting in an insane amount of like herbs in there at once, can clog it up. And then it clogs up and won't clear, and you end up with clogged pipes full of shit. We know. This happened to us a few times when we were just emptying out the fridge, trying to toss stuff in there, it would clog up. And I'm serious, I told you about, I've been over my sink with a fucking plunger, trying to unclog the pipes that get stuck with the gunk from this stuff, right? So it's a pain. You're not supposed to do heavy amounts of, plants that are the stringy style plants at the same time. You gotta kind of break it up. Pet fur, yeah, no hair. You're not supposed to put any hair down the thing. And paper towels, yes, you don't want anything, again, anything that would have kind of a, what do you call it? Fibrous. That's the word I was looking for all along. Anything that's a fibrous style, you don't want to put down a typical waste disposal unit. It could clog up, okay? So, anyway, after the second one broke again last year, all right, I had a different plumbing company come out, and I said, can you give it to me straight? Like, does this thing really suck? And if I get it again, is it going to break? And straight up, the plumber said, yeah, this one you're getting is known to not be good. Like, it's a pretty low-grade one. Basically, people who just need one, but don't actually look to use it that much. That's what this one is for. This is not like, oh, you're going to use it all the time for food. You need a step up from this. And I was like, well, then why did that last plumber say they just wanted to do a straight swap? And he said straight up, yeah, he probably was trying to rip you off. He probably wanted to just give you whatever he had on his truck, make some money and get out of there. Didn't really give a shit about you. I was like, oh, that's nice. So
why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I said, well, what's better? And they showed me these other models. I said, I want the one that's the big step up. Like, I want the one that's like crazy good capacity, because I want one that's not going to clog and break right away. Guess what? It was only $100 more. And let me just tell you, the one I have now, this thing is insane. This thing, you could throw a shit ton of food in it. It never clogs. It never fails. It blends the crap out of everything within moments. The other one would take a while. This thing is like, so done. Like, literally just done.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. He is losing his... How much are they throwing down there? Like, I get the impression, this is in my head. I envisage, like, fucking them making a whole ass fucking chicken. And just taking the whole chicken and chucking it down there to test it. Yeah, the chicken can get put down there, no problem. No issues whatsoever. Come on, honey, let's DoorDash and celebrate. Fucking hell. Thank you very much to Scoroptic, by the way, for becoming a bingo baddie. Cheers for that. I've got so many names to try to remember to add. Thank you.
Okay, that good. And I'm like, I should have got this one from the fucking get-go. Why didn't I? Why? Because the other plumber was an asshole who basically just wanted to rip me off. So, now I kind of know my shit, and I know that when this one breaks, hopefully it'll last 5.
Oh, you know your shit, but you don't know the brand you've got. You have no idea what the brand you've got or anything, but you apparently know your fucking shit.
To 10 years, alright? I'll get another mid to high end one, because we use it a lot. We do. Like, anytime that we have food waste, it goes down there. Anytime that, we're making vegetables for something, we have extra, it goes down there. You don't throw any of that shit out, because it's going to just make our garbage accumulate, and then we have to pay way more money to remove it, or I have to go to the dump myself once we accumulate enough to toss it, which is frustrating.
Why can't Kat go to the fucking dump sometimes? I mean, she's fucking responsible for at least half of that fucking food waste after all. Just saying.
Okay, so, that's my waste disposal story. Not garbage disposal, that's my waste disposal story. Do I know the brand? No, I don't, and I don't care. I'm not going to go down and look at my fucking waste disposal to tell you what it is. I don't care. It's also none of your business. I don't know why you'd even ask that ridiculous question. Right? Also, I don't know why you would be on Reddit to discuss the fact that my waste disposal broke a year ago, but people are talking like it broke yesterday. Does you think that tells you something about the people on Reddit? Maybe you should stay the fuck away from them? Maybe there's a little something weird here going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what on earth are you talking about? Okay. Let's continue, shall we? I received a $5 tip. Ding. Here's another weird one. This one is from someone named Vito. Okay, I get a weird stuff this morning. This is a $5 tip from Vito. Okay.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping.
Okay. Oops. For $8 in tips total. Here we go again. Vito says the following. Phil, I hope you're doing all right. I got to say, I love your retro reacts. I used to watch you around that period of time, and I never really interacted. I just kind of stood on your channel, I just stood upon your channel a couple of days ago. It sounds like he stumbled upon my channel in autocorrect. Might have changed what he was saying. Now, all of that sounds normal, correct? It's a pretty
Or it's a language barrier, you know?
typical message. It's a nice positive message. I'm glad you found retro react and you like the stuff. You like me reacting to my old stuff or remastering my old stuff. I'm glad to hear that. Here's the next part of the tip message. You ready? Whatever happened to your gout? I remember it used to be a huge issue. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to hear that again. Hold on. We need to hear this again. We need, at normal speed. We need to hear this at normal speed.
Part of the tip message. You ready? Whatever happened to your gout?
Oh, the holy voice crack.
Here's the next part of the tip message. You ready? Whatever happened to your gout? I remember it used to be a huge issue.
This is so good. Oh my god. It was back to Bingo. Back to Bingo. I just that was delightful. That was so delightful. Whatever happened to your gout? Steve wants it fucking oh for God's sake. Oh, he wants it slowed down even more. The things are there for Steve. 2 seconds. Let's go for hold on.
Whatever happened to your gout? Mastering my old stuff. I'm glad to hear that.
Wait for it.
Here's the next part of the tip message. You ready?
Right. 0.25 just for you, Stevie boy. Yeah, there we go.
Whatever happened to your gout?
Why is he saying it or something? Jesus Christ. Hold on. We can go even one better than that.
Whatever happened. Here's the next part of the tip message. You ready?
Are you ready? Because we can go even slower. If I go to here and then I use my scroll wheel down the way, we can go to 0.1 speed. At time barely go. Oh my god. Right, well, that's enough of that, I think. Let's just get back up to normal speed and that bit. There we go. And let's go back to 1.5 on the main thing. Let's get back to the bingo, shall we? We'll hear it one more time at 1.5.
My old stuff. I'm glad to hear that. Here's the next part of the tip message. You ready? Whatever happened to your gout? I remember it used to be a huge issue. I'm glad you're doing okay. Whatever happened to my gout? He's asking me about a medical issue now. So the first person tips and asks about my waste disposal unit that broke a year ago. The second tip that's come in today is asking me about medical issues.
That was the start of my YouTube career. Today, many years later, things are a lot better. That's for sure. That is for certain.
Wow.
So Phil, what did happen to your gout? Please enlighten us all.
People don't know how to behave on the internet these days. Here, I'll answer you fairly. Okay. Basically, my gout is an ongoing thing that will never go away. Much like many medical issues, it's something that has what's called flare-ups. But it goes away for a while and then it comes back. What is gout? It is a chemical imbalance. You get too much uric acid in your blood. And there's various different things that can cause and or agitate it. First of all, my aunt had it and I never knew until I got it 9 years ago. And then when I got it, I started asking around my family and come to find out my aunt had it. So it's kind of in my line. And if I had known that, I probably would have been paying attention to that, but I had no idea.
It's basically his aunt's fault he's got gout because he wasn't paying attention to what he was eating. If only the aunt had revealed to the family that she had gout, maybe Phil wouldn't have stuffed his little piggy face back in his fucking early gravy train days of YouTube. Who knows?
I didn't know until I got it. Then, oh yeah, I have it. Why didn't you tell anybody? So anyway, what happens is, when you get a flare-up of this uric acid in your blood, it starts to form crystals in certain joints. And what happens is you get insane swelling and sharp stabbing pain in said joints. So the first time I ever had it, it was in my right foot, my right ankle. My ankle ballooned up as if I had maybe like broken or sprained the ankle when I had it. And it was excruciating levels of pain. Went to the doctor, explained this is what's going on. I think it may be this because I looked it up on the internet. The doctor said, all right, let's do an x-ray and everything to make sure it's not a bone or a tear. Let's make sure it is. Going to find out, yeah, that's exactly what it was. I ended up getting on some anti-inflammatory meds, which cost me an insane amount of money because my insurance wasn't covering it at the time. Really stupid. I think my insurance is much better now.
So you knew it wasn't a broken bone, and you still agreed to the fucking x-ray. With American healthcare, the way it is. That fucking doctor's like, let's just x-ray you anyway and charge you thousands of fucking dollars. Thank you, Mr. Burnell, come again.
And basically went away, okay? But it doesn't go away permanently. There's certain things that can make it worse. For example, eating a lot of red meat or shellfish. They have a high concentration of uric acid, and that can make it get bad. High alcohol consumption, particularly if you already are experiencing it, it can make it worse. So just because you're in pain, don't try to drink to numb the pain. You're actually just going to make it worse if you're drinking when you have a flare-up like this, okay? Over the years, it's gotten much better. You know, first when I got it, I was not really looking at my diet at all, so I was eating burgers and steaks and all kinds of shit all the time, and it was really bad. And now I don't do. I've completely faded.
Plus, she was an alcoholic, remember? This is the guy who claimed she was an alcoholic when he was younger. Why did he say and do all those things to piss people off? I'm an alcoholic. I couldn't help it. I'm an alcoholic. And yes, this is a guy who fucking likes to drink on stream to fucking, you know, for financial contributions. Give me, we'll hit a goal and we'll do a shot together. Hey.
That kind of stuff out of my diet for the most part. Every once in a while, I'll have a roast beef sandwich, right? Every once in a while, on a rare occasion, I'll have a burger. But for the most part, I'm eating chicken, I'm eating turkey, I'm eating whitefish, I'm eating that kind of stuff. And it keeps me away from having too much uric acid in the blood. I don't drink nearly as much today as I used to back in the day. I told you guys I used to be basically an alcoholic, and I'm moved away from that, thankfully, and I've improved my life dramatically. As you can see, I've lost a ton of weight. I don't eat these unhealthy things on the regular anymore. And so I really...
Well, last week you told us you gained weight. Phil went from like 180 odd pounds to back over to 200 pounds. Like he told us literally, like not even a week ago, that he's put on weight again. Which is why fucking they got like breakfast burritos in the fucking freezer at Cat fucking prepares now. Because apparently Phil Burnell has piled on the pounds again. If he's not fucking careful, he might be a further away Cat is.
I really don't get flare-ups. I mean, every once in a while, maybe once a year, twice a year, I'll get a very minor flare-up for 1 or 2 days. Ooh, my foot hurts. And then it just goes away. But I can still walk on it. It doesn't swell up bad or anything like that. It used to. Like, it was really bad when I got it 9 years ago that first time. It was like shocking. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But now, everything has changed for the better. So, no worries there. That's why you might mention, why does he not mention it anymore? Because it's not really a concern. It doesn't really affect me. I changed my life for the better, and now it's not a big deal, you know? Okay. I received a $1 tip. Someone says, a good chunk of Stardew Valley during your summer event would be good. It's a good game for the summer. Yeah, we could maybe do a little bit of Stardew Valley during the summer marathon. I could see that. You know, especially if I had a few drinks and we're just chilling and want to do a few things in the game. Yeah, that could be fun.
Especially when I have a few drinks. I don't know I drink as much anymore. Oh, Stardew Valley. Yeah, that'd be great if I have a few drinks along with it. Or my alcoholic wants to fucking... I want to fucking reiterate this point. People who genuinely suffered from alcoholism cannot usually drink. Alcoholism is a fucking disease. So, there's a difference between drinking too much and being an alcoholic. People that drink too much are just fucking bad at handling a fucking alcohol. However, alcoholics feel like they need to fucking depend on that to live. Like, it's a complete difference. That's a life-ruining fucking thing to go through, being an alcoholic. And primarily, usually, people who are alcoholic cannot just fucking enjoy a couple of glasses here and there. That's not how that works. Basically, Phil back in the fucking day drank way too fucking much, got drunk as hell, said a bunch of dumb shit, and he wants to pretend he was a fucking alcoholic to fucking make up for the fact that him drinking profusely got him into trouble sometimes with some people. He is using an illness to cover the fact that he was just fucking irresponsible with his alcohol. I mean, the fact that Phil still drinks to this fucking day, and he never had his alcoholism treated, could indicate he is still an alcoholic. But that's a kind of Steve Dead type of question, I think, to explore. If Phil never actually tried to combat his alcoholism, and he has been non-stop drinking, not as much these days as in the past, but still keeps drinking regardless, pretty much every day, with all those Total Wine visits, for example, from the tips tracker, then he is still essentially an alcoholic, in my opinion, because he never stopped drinking.
Sure. Good suggestion. Thank you for the $1 tip. Okay. Oh, really? This same person, Gerbax, did another $3 tip. Says, this is a friendly tip. If you need more capacity for your food waste disposal, one thing you can do is grease it. You can use meat fats or other things to help the system process fibrous materials easier. I put grease down my own system, and it keeps things moving. Well, there you go. Well, for me, I haven't had an issue with the new one. Since I got the new one, which is the step up, it's like Noah's exaggeration. First of all, it's twice as big as the last one. The last one was like maybe this big. This one's like this big, and it goes zoom. It just sucks everything right in instantly. It doesn't take any time to grind anything up. It's just done and liquefies it, pumps it right through the pipe, and we're done. So this one, luckily, has not needed any help whatsoever. I think it's just because I paid more. I got the better model. So appreciate that. But thanks for the advice regardless. Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I've got to shout out so far. These 12 bucks will carry over to the React stream. If there's anything else that you guys could recommend, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, please tag me in the chat. We'll do a little bit more Q&A. And if any other contributions come in, I'll shout them out on the stream today. Thank you. Yeah, it probably is troll advice because, as you know, he specifically said meat fats. If he had said put some grease into it, that's one thing. He said meat fats, and no, you're not supposed to put meat fats down any drain, toilet, sink, or otherwise. You're supposed to store them separately and dispose them in a different way because they say if you constantly pour meat fats down your drain, they can coagulate and have big issues. That's what causes a lot of clogs in drains in general. So. Hold on, a couple more tips came in.
Who fucking cares?
Someone saying, what's my favorite WWE match? His is Mick Foley versus The Undertaker. Man, I have no clue. I mean, I haven't really thought about it in ages. I haven't followed pro wrestling now in several years. So I don't...
I mean, I don't really follow it too much either, but that fucking Hell in a Cell match between Taker and Mankind is like legendary. Although, it's a weird thing. It wasn't really a wrestling match. Might be controversial, might kind of say it that way. It was more like a fucking Mankind being a fucking professional stuntman kind of like match. The bumps he took, man, were just... He should never have had to have done those things in the first place. You know what I mean? In terms of like just incredible wrestling matches in general, usually, you know, Brock Lesnar against Kurt Angle, I think at WrestleMania was fucking... Was it WrestleMania? I can't mind, but aye. Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle, King of the Ring. Like, Kurt Angle like broke his goddamn tailbone or something not long into the damn thing, and he managed to still fucking do the rest of the match anyway. You know, fucking Shane's head bouncing off the fucking glass because he wouldn't go through it properly, so Kurt's like, fuck it, I'm just going to throw you through instead. That shit, I mean, that was a bizarre sort of kind of... Well, even then, was it... Well, I'll say it was wrestling to a degree, but it was just insane kind of spots and bumps as well. But yeah, it's TLC fucking hard. Exactly, fucking... When you think of the WrestleMania TLC, WrestleMania 17, I think it was, the TLC, there's tons of options. Aye. There's also kind of like more fucking, you know, even some of the older stuff as well. A lot of people fucking say things like, you know, Hogan and Andre Giant, you know, and Hogan scooped him up in like the world, like that was like worldwide news, like Hogan won or something. Things like that, you know, there's all sorts of fucking great ones. Even recently, you know what I mean? There's been some quality ones as well. Yeah, Dasher says Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank. Yeah, that was the one in Chicago, wasn't it? And Punk ran off with a title and said bye-bye. Yeah, I mean, that got people talking again for sure. So, yeah, there's all sorts of good ones. Even if you don't follow it anymore these days, if you grew up watching it, you'll still have your favourites, your go-tos. You know, so, yeah, it's just, there's tons of them. But Phil's been a boring bastard here. And it's like, I haven't watched it in so long, so I don't know.
Man, I have no clue. I mean, I haven't really thought about it in ages. I haven't followed pro wrestling now in several years, so I don't really know what's going on. Certainly nothing recent. I don't know. Maybe the Iron Man match between, I think it was Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in the 90s. That was really awesome. Okay.
I don't know. It's one of those, I'd love to see Iron Man matches happen again. I don't think they happen too often, do they? Like, it feels like maybe the current audience wouldn't have the temperament or the patience to, you know, watch a match or an hour. I don't know, a whole hour of the same match. I don't know, but Iron Man matches don't really seem to happen a whole lot these days. It's like a very rare thing. At least, you know, but then again, I don't really follow it too much these days either. But yeah, there's tons of different options.
All right, and this next one is 100% a troll tip, so I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. When will we return to Fallout 4, or is it gone for good? Fallout 4 has literally not even been gone for a week yet. So I don't know why we're worried. I mean, I played Fallout 4 last, what was it, Tuesday? Wednesday? Monday? One of those days. Not even a week ago. All right, now, FYI, Fallout 4 will return. When will it return? I don't know yet. All right, I'm thinking about it. You know, I'll figure it out. But I don't know if I want Fallout 4 back right away, if we want to do something else in the meantime first. Maybe a shorter game. to squeeze in before we go back to Fallout 4 being in the rotation. You know, quite honestly, I played a lot of Fallout 4 last week, and it kind of got burnt out. Like, people weren't showing up and supporting it anymore. I think because I played so much of it. So, we're in Nuka World. Probably 1 or 2 streams to beat Nuka World DLC, and then we basically have the story conclusion. We're pretty much done unless I do Automatron, which maybe I'll do that too. So we'll see. But I'm definitely bringing it back. We're going to finish it. But we got to find the right time for it, and definitely now is not the right time for it with everything else going on. Okay? Eternal Lane Pop says, what about Final Fantasy Rebirth? As I said many times recently, it just doesn't seem like there's enough demand to go back to a game that essentially is going to take me another 60 to 80 hours to beat.
Someone literally just demanded it right there. Someone, you're a moderator, demanded it essentially, saying, why not bring this game back? And then you're fucking telling them there's no demand when they just literally asked about it fucking coming back. You just don't want to fucking play it because there's a fucking bikini scene coming up. And you're like, oh no, women, exposed fucking pixels and polygons.
To understand, yes, it would take me that long to beat it, even if I just focused on story. When I played it when it was new earlier this year, interest waned within like 3-4 streams. I was playing it and no one was talking about it. Views were down, engagement was down, everything was down, right? So for me, I'm just like, I don't really feel like a desire to go back when there really doesn't seem to be much of a desire. I have one person who every day posts a comment on my videos, when is Rebirth coming back? One person, that's it, a single person. That's it. And every once in a while, one person like a week or every few days will say on the stream, hey, is Rebirth coming back? I don't know. Will anyone watch it? If you didn't watch it when it was new, if you felt that it was boring, and you didn't watch the playthrough when it was brand new of a game, and there was hype behind it, what makes you think that all these months later, right, if I brought it back, that people would show up to watch and engage and support it again? I feel like it'd be the same situation. We go back to it, everyone would complain, man, this is boring, and then we disengage and we talk about other shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Moxerus asked, are you still doing Game Pass streams to see how we're feeling about certain games? Even when we have time and it makes sense to do that, we haven't had time, or it didn't make sense to do that anytime recently, which is why we haven't done it. There are literally no high-profile games coming out for all of July and the entire first 3 weeks of August. Black Myth Wukong is really the first major one. So like I said, I definitely think this Elden Ring DLC, Street Fighter 6 content, Stardew Valley are 3 staples that are working. But we're going to need to find other things to do. What do we do? I don't know yet. That's what we got to discuss. Could it be go Game Pass, maybe find a couple of random games to try? Yes, it could. It absolutely could. Okay?
I just thought of another match, by the way, for wrestling, you know, for the greatest matches ever. Hogan Rock WrestleMania, the fucking crowd alone were like fucking insane for that. And like, I love how like Rock went into that as a face and Hogan was the heel, but because of the crowd and the reaction, they kind of switched it on the fly. Pretty cool fucking match, pretty cool moment, essentially. A lot of people fucking talk about that moment, you know what I mean, like you had to be there kind of moment, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. I grew up a wrestling fan. I don't really follow it much anymore, but growing up as a kid in the fucking 90s with the Attitude Era was fucking insane. It was just insanity, and yeah, who knows. But it is what it is. Another one that pops up to me is HBK against it's Triple H, HBK, Triple H, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell with HBK as the referee. That was also pretty fucking nuts because like you kind of thought it was over when like I think it was like a super kick, you know, Shawn Michaels was like fuck this and just super kicked him, and then pedigree or whatever, and that was it. You thought it was over.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Oh fucking hell. Oh my god. This well,
come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Hold on. Let me mute these alerts for a second. They'll still keep playing. But yeah. Thank you to D-Dog for gifting 50 memberships. That is an insane amount of memberships gifted. I don't think all 50 is actually going to get claimed. We've got 25 gone so far, but I have a feeling not all 50 will go, so it's just the way it's, I mean, that is such a huge fucking number. D-Dog, what are you thinking? Are you out of your fucking mind, D-Dog? 50 memberships. You better have set your VPN to Argentina. I'm telling you now, boy. I mean, I know Australian bucks don't fucking go for that much either, but you better be from Argentina right about this fucking point in time. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, yeah, good point. If you gotta get more emotes ready. Yeah, I was not prepared. So, I think we've had 45 gone so far. I'm waiting for it to see. We're actually going to get there, I think. I think we're going to till 50. Yeah, we've managed to hit 50. So, Jesus Christ, man. Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to just like skip every single fucking alert to fucking exist, because that's a fucking ton of alerts. Just bye all these fucking alerts. Just get through them all. Fucking tons of them. There we go. Cool. Congratulations. This is going to take so long to read out. Congratulations to the following people for receiving a membership from D-Dog: Coraz EQ, Dragonism KF, Lem Fandango, Apollo Brave, Tony, Twilight Media Corp, Willis Moore, Mike G, Aiden K, Woods, Have a Smashing Day, X'd Out, Evil ADR, Daniel Cannon, Whale Islander, JM, Redeemed Ravan, H-Bomb, Sin, Pixar Animations, Diablo Lord of Darkness, Ben Review Things, Banana Jones, Nurab Sal, Next Zoo, Baron Von Kame, God of Fuck, The Jeffrey Epstein Files, Kyle, Van I, Homamura, Andrew Boxall, Lima Whiskey 7, Mizzle TDR, Mute, JJ, Steady Skyline, K8, Just Dave, Pio Tatum, 8476. Now that's 40. That's 10 more, hold on. Also, congratulations to American Rockstar Patrick Palmer, Arc 509, Sonic's Fan 81, Golden Mask, Steve Dave, Aphex Skin, Roachbait FNV, Robot Gorilla Man, Derp Peters, and finally, What's in Your Bag? Thank you very much. And but if you think I'm adding all fucking 50 names and whatever to the fucking, oh wait, I will add it tomorrow. I'm no fucking trying to add 50 goddamn fucking names at the end of fucking bingo. I'll never get through them all in time. D-Dog, thank you very much for your kindness. Very kind of you indeed, you know. You're fucking nuts, but aye. Cheers for that, very kind of you indeed. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, that could mean a new emote as well, for sure. So I'm pretty confident actually that's probably a new emote. So yeah, by the time bingo comes around for tomorrow's bingo stream, I'll have the list fully updated. But yeah, thank you very much, D-Dog, once again for that. If you just got a membership from D-Dog, make sure you thank them for their kindness. What's his Scotland score? I was hoping to catch most of the second half, but yeah, still 0-0. Jesus, man, Scotland, I mean, it's 0-0, but Scotland don't seem to be playing well. Hopefully that changes in the second half. Oh, God's sake. Anyway, let's get on with bingo. Let's crack on with bingo. We've still got a full house to try and achieve after all. We have 2 free spaces with Boss, 1 free space with the Snorts, and we also, well, have we had 100 likes yet? Remember, 100 likes on the bingo stream, we're 3 likes away. Okay, so when we get 100 likes, that will give us a 4th free space. But we've still got a lot of light on the screen, so hopefully we can get the couple more ticked off between now and then, just so Phil's saying and doing these things naturally.
The Blimp says, you're 100% right, listen to your guts, it would suck. And he's talking about Rebirth, by the way.
I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5, and I bust my ass at my job. And
all right, any other things, guys? Any other concerns, topics, or anything before we get ready to swap over to the React channel and get to my clip show? Good morning, Jordan. AMS, I played Luigi's Mansion 3 and I really liked it. I remember really enjoying the game. It didn't really resonate as much with my audience. It seems like the first party Nintendo stuff almost never does anymore. I don't know why, because I'm a lifelong Nintendo fan, so I really like the stuff. But you know, I would be interested in Luigi's Mansion 2, just like I'd be interested in the Super Monkey Ball game. I'd be interested in the System Shock remake. I'd be interested in the Riven remake. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that can balance out the other content we're doing. I just don't know what the real answer is yet. What we should do. Uber Sharks just said, I used to watch you back in your Machinima days. Wow, long time ago. Your Fallout vids came up in my recent recommended, and I used to love your old videos. I'm having a blast watching your retro stuff. Enjoy. If you're watching the retro stuff on this channel, you're good to go. I do have a new throwback channel. I don't know if you're aware. It's youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. On that channel, I'm re-uploading missing playthroughs like Red Dead Redemption 1, LA Noire, okay? And I'll have others as well coming up soon. I'm also remastering certain playthroughs, such as Fallout 3. So if you're into the throwback stuff, that's really cool. Plus, every week I do a stream where I react to my old stuff. So far, I've reacted to Heavy Rain, The Walking Dead Season 1, Bully, Dark Souls 1, a little bit of Red Dead 1, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and others. So you'll definitely want to go give that a chance. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a pretty good channel. I'm really enjoying doing the content over there.
It's a shite fucking channel and everyone fucking knows it. Guys, I think we've hit 100 likes. I mean, I keep seeing people posting 100. I seen Guybrush Threepwood post 100, for example, you know. Do we have the 100 likes? Because if so, that's another free space. And not only is it a free space, you guys get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. We have 101 likes, fantastic. 102 now, fantastic. Right, guys, we have our 4th free space for the bingo game. Not only do we get to fucking get a free space, but yeah, Bubbles animation from Pixar. Remember, keep an eye on the bottom right for Jasper. Today his thing. Fuck him up, Jasper. Good cat. Alrighty then, let's crack on with the bingo.
Cypress TV says no one talks about Sea of Stars anymore, I noticed. There's a few people. There's definitely a few people who like Sea of Stars and are hoping that it comes back.
I know one person is looking forward to seeing Sea of Stars come back again, and that's our fucking mad lad Aviga in the chat right now. He was all over restreaming that stuff or whatever, covering that stuff. I don't think Aviga restreamed it live, but I think he watched all the playthroughs like a few hours afterwards when they were live. And when the videos were live themselves, he would have his own stream and he would go through it and all that shit, and he would pick it apart because he knows he's quite well clued up in Sea of Stars. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Aviga's looking forward to Phil bringing Sea of Stars back at some point in time. But it looks like it's going to get left behind. Because there's a few other games that are on the fucking waiting list as well for Phil to fucking come back to.
The way I see it, Sea of Stars would be a late night chill stream to balance with another game while we're doing more mainstream style games on the day streams. So perhaps in the summer we bring it back. We'll see. Okay, let's see here. Someone took $1 said, what about Eastward on the Switch? It's more of an action than a Stardew Valley game. I've never heard of it. Eastward? Yeah, not aware of that. I guess I'd have to look into it. Is it an indie game? Are you talking like this would be a candidate for like a late night chill kind of a deal? The Dark Anteri says, do you think being a variety streamer works against you because it's longer to get games done? Well, it's just like anything. Everything is a double-edged sword in life, and no matter what, not everyone is going to be satisfied. If you remember way back in the day on YouTube, I was the guy known for buying the game on release day, rushing to play it, getting through it like 2-3 days, full playthrough on the internet, onto the next game. And what ended up happening was tons of criticism. Phil, your playthroughs are not quality because you rush through games too much. You don't take your time with them, right? And that you miss a ton of content. You make fun of it constantly, just making this over-the-top commentary. We would like it more if you would be more relaxed. Take your time, if you would explore, if you would make more complete playthroughs, particularly of games you're really enjoying, and it makes sense to do so. So over time, I go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to change my strategy. Number one, I'm not going to rush through every game anymore. Instead, I'm going to juggle multiple games, so there's a little bit of something for everyone at any time. Number two, I'm going to take my time with the games and not rush through them, and instead play them at my own pace. I'm going to enjoy the content. And you see, so I literally flipped it. Went from one style to...
Hey, Phil said you see, finally, it's the first bingo of the game.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
That shit took fucking forever to fucking happen, but it's the first bingo of the game. We are technically 3 away from a full house because of the 4 free spaces. So it's still possible.
To another. Now, I get people who criticize me and say, you take too long to beat games, so we're going somewhere else. It's like, did you want me to rush? You told me not to. You said my old playthroughs of rushing were terrible. So I changed my whole strategy, my whole kind of content, right? And now here we are 10 years later. Oh, that's bad. Well, I already did the other thing too. So what you're telling me is originally what I did was better, and you lied to me 10 years ago, right? No, here's the truth, all right? There's trends. Just like anything. In life, there's trends. Some people like this, some people like that. This is popular at this point, this is popular at this point, and then things change, right? There's people who literally are desperate for attention and views and money, and they try to stay on trend. They will always...
Hot Kettle Black comes to mind.
Who literally are desperate for attention and views and money, and they try to stay on trend. They will always play the game that's the virally popular hit. They will always try to be a part of the meme or the new thing. They'll try to rush through the hot new game because they have to strike when the iron is hot, but then
they'll start getting thumbnails fucking made up randomly. They'll start fucking changing the way videos are titled on their channel. They'll fucking have a team of editors try and fucking make things for their channel to try and be prominent again. Well, you're guilty of trying to fucking maintain your fucking some sort of control on the YouTube algorithm side of things. You, in fact, I would say it would be ignorant of you to not try and pay attention to these trends. It is literally your job as a YouTube content creator to try and stay on top of these things, to try and maximize the sort of attention that your videos get to fucking save your fucking shitey business. But you don't like doing that because you're a lazy bastard. It's up to other people to fucking do the research for you and tell you what to fucking do.
they know they gotta move on to the next one. I don't do any of that. Did you notice that? I don't do any of that popular shit on YouTube. I don't have to. I'm definitely in a situation.
You don't fucking have to. Phil, you fail as a YouTuber by not fucking doing your due diligence. You are where you are because you're fucking a lazy bastard with this sort of thing. You don't fucking deserve the audience you fucking have because you don't take the fucking craft seriously. There are some people who would fucking love to be in Phil's sort of position in terms of the fucking numbers he has in this fucking channel. 200,000 plus subscribers or whatever. That's a fucking huge fucking audience right fucking there. But Phil doesn't give a shit about the fucking craft of YouTube. He never has. He doesn't want to fucking put in the effort or fucking not worrying about trying to make the video as entertaining as possible. All Phil has ever wanted to do for 16 years now is just to fucking play games and have fun. He hates uploading the videos. He fucking hates the whole point of trying to fucking do something for, you know, the audience or whatever. He just wants to play games and have fun. That's literally his sole focus of what he feels is important is for him to play games and have fun. And obviously get paid.
situation. I've been around long enough that I have an established viewer base who like who I am and what I do. They don't care if I rush right into a game and beat it right away. They're not even expecting that. They'd rather see my own perspective on how I tackle things, correct? And that's a good thing, because while everyone else is freaking out, like for example, Thursday was my day off, right? And people are like, you're crazy, you took Thursday off, but the Elden Ring DLC comes out Thursday. And I was like, not for me. It would come out 9 p.m. It would have been too late for my stream anyway. But everyone's playing it at 3 p.m. on PC, or they're changing their system clocks to say they live in New Zealand, so it will unlock earlier on console. And I'm like, is it like 2015 or something? Is this Dark Souls 3 coming out? What are you talking about? I don't have to worry about any of that shit. I don't. I will play it when I want. I'll enjoy it at my own pace. People will still like it. I don't have to worry. I really don't have to freak out like everyone else.
Phil, you started the stream by fucking implying that support was slow for the other streams of Elden Ring because everyone else is playing it right now. On this very same podcast, you seem to, hypothesize that you didn't get great support for streams 2 and 3 of Elden Ring just because everyone else is playing at the same time. So it looks like you're already starting to fucking panic about that shot. You're pretending you're not worried about it and playing at your own pace, but then you're trying to come up with ideas as to why the money wasn't there for it. The money could have been there for it if you had maybe played it on Thursday. It may have stayed there. Just saying.
But I position myself that way. You understand? I'm not someone chasing clout. I'm not someone chasing pertinence. I'm not desperate for attention and views. I don't need to do that. It's something that hits the algorithm just right and gets virally popular so I can make money. I don't have to do any of that. I can just be me, because that's how I position myself in the landscape. Most people out there haven't done that. Sadly, they just run after the fucking trends and shit. And that's a horrible way to make content, in my opinion. That means you're beholden to whatever is new or popular or different, and you have to play it immediately and rush through it when the iron is hot, as they say. Who cares about that? Right? Like, that's shit. Really. That's not a way to go about it, in my opinion. Play it at your own pace, relax, enjoy games, have a good time with your audience. People will come. People will enjoy. You might not always please everyone, because that's what I'm finding is I'm getting to a point where sometimes it's hard to figure out what people want, particularly a year like this year, 2024. There have been no giant AAA releases that everyone wants to play and see. There's some people who want this one and some people who want this one, and some people don't care about those. So I'll play a game like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm thinking it's a shoe-in for like the biggest game of the year. No one shows up to my streams like, that game's boring. Shit, I wasn't expecting that, right? Then I play a game like Stardew Valley, and I get some of the most supported streams I've ever seen in my life. What is, like, huh? That came out of nowhere. I played Stardew Valley 7 years ago. No one gave a crap. Now all of a sudden, people love it. It's like, you just can't predict, but it's the same thing.
Oh, the only difference between those two games is you have 2 fucking whales for fucking Stardew Valley, keeping it going.
That's the good thing. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not in that same situation as everyone else out there. I am not nervous. I'm not biting my fingernails. I'm not rushing to play things. I'm not trying to get things early because I position myself that way. While everyone else was playing the YouTube game of views and thumbnails and clickbait and get it early.
Phil, you're literally fucking... Hold on, let's take a look. Yeah, Phil doesn't care about the fucking YouTube game at all, apparently. Let's look at his channel. Why is Phil starting to... Why is all his thumbnails are here? If Phil didn't care about the fucking thumbnail game, then why the fuck is he always getting thumbnails and getting them sorted? No, shit, that happened not long ago. You don't have to fucking scroll too far down on Phil's shitty fucking channel to see that he didn't fucking used to care about the fucking thumbnail side of things. You only have to go back a few months, I feel. I think it's not that long at all. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that fucking long. Has it been... Was it even at the start of this year? So this year he's still been using them. Hold on, where is it? Let's go back. More. This is taking longer than I thought it would. It feels like he hasn't been using thumbnails that fucking long. Well, tell me it started with Baldur's Gate 3. That was like December then, wasn't it, or something? Yeah, I was gonna say, so Street Fighter doesn't have thumbnails, but everything else still does, like fucking Super Mario RPG and all that shit. The man who erased it, so like a dragon guy, and that is okay. But Phil, as you can see, didn't really care much about thumbnails until... Well, 8 months ago would be what? Yes, the end of the year, so we can't be far away now. We can't be too fucking far away now from when Phil didn't have any thumbnails whatsoever. Fucking Starfield, oh, I remember. Phil Jelly thought Starfield would be so much fucking bigger than Baldur's Gate 3, remember that? Nobody's going to fucking be talking about Baldur's Gate 3 when Starfield comes out. Was a direct quote from Phil Burnell. 11 months he still has thumbnails. Did Phil go back and apply thumbnails? Surely not. Phil's not been doing thumbnails for a year, has he? There's no fucking way. It feels like it's not been that fucking long ago. Don't tell me he actually forces Denhead to fucking make thumbnails with the older material. Yeah, I thought it was a fucking shorter thing than that. Bloody hell, my fucking time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Non-real thumbnail for this. We got tire jacked. An unbelievable Seattle area story. 5,000 views. I guess I didn't pop off the way Phil hoped it would fucking pop off. God, look at these old fucking views now. It's like, most of it is garbage. Look at this fucking sea of shite. Where's the thumbnail there, or 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 there? Fuck me, man, it's awful. Ah, it's just awful. Well, it's pretending he doesn't give a shit about thumbnails, and yet he's determined to fucking have thumbnails these days. Fuck me, man. Well, there's nothing wrong with caring about trying to improve your YouTube channel. The fact that you clearly have no desire to put effort into it means that you're fucking suffering where you are in terms of how fucking well that channel's doing of your own volition. Like, that's as by your own doing. If you stop fucking caring about your craft, then it will fucking ultimately suffer, and you will fucking suffer as a consequence. You don't care about being a YouTuber. You never fucking have.
Myself that way. While everyone else was playing the YouTube game of views and thumbnails and clickbait and get it early, rush through and be memeable, fucking viral, play the new fucking Among Us game and this and that. I don't do any of that. Fuck that. I'm just gonna stick true to who I am, make sure that I have people who are like-minded of me, who want to see that content that way, and cater to those people. And it worked. That's why I'm here, not freaking out. That's why, in the midst of all these new releases, I could just do a react day. Fine. Doesn't matter. I'm breaking up the content. Oh, but everyone wants to see Elden Ring today. And see it tomorrow. There's no rush. I'm not cruising to fucking beat everything instantly. If anything, people will play Elden Ring on their own pace, watch other people do it, and now they'll be anticipating when I finally hit the moments they want to see. Right? There you go.
Delusions of grandeur.
Alrighty then. I received another $1 tip. The Eastward game is an action-based role-playing. It's a chill game with funny characters and humor. You know you would enjoy it for a chill stream, definitely consider it. Alright, I will accept that suggestion. Eastward. I'll have to look into it. Hell, it would give me something to play on Switch. My Switch has literally collected dust all year. I never booted it up for any games this year. Right?
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Dang Dan says 20 minutes ago you said you were hoping it's not a pattern with Elden Ring. Yes, because I'm hoping it's not a pattern with anything that I did. Right? But the thing is, I position myself where I can always pivot and adjust, and I'm fine. If Elden Ring, my plan is to play the crap out of the Elden Ring DLC for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Right? That's my plan. If I start seeing a pattern that Elden Ring is not doing well, and it's not what people want, then I'll play it less. Do something else. We'll find something else that people want to take its place, and we'll play it a little less. That's what I've done for myself. That's the balance I've created, because I don't create unreasonable expectations of memeable content or rushing through content. There's no reason to worry about anything. Yeah, I might have every once in a while a little bit of disheartenment, right? I'm disheartened because I thought this was going to work and it didn't, right? That happens to everyone, right? There's nothing wrong about that. Yeah, if literally I did 3 straight weeks of content and none of it was getting any engagement or support, then there's worries. That's literally never happened. Not once. Like, I always could pivot, change, adjust on the fly. That's the beauty of being a true variety content creator, right? There's been times when all the games I'm playing aren't really working, so I just do a late night chill stream where I just talk for 2 hours, and that works. I'm not worried. You know, short term, yes, you get worries, but hopefully not long term. And if long term, then adjust. There's nothing wrong with that formula. In fact, the formula has worked for me for many, many years, right?
It's not really a long-term fucking plan then, is it? Basically, everything's a short-term fucking plan because you're incapable of fucking planning for the fucking future. Everything is a fucking short-term band-aid solution for you. There is no fucking long-term plan. There is no fucking plan. There's no retirement plan or anything. No fucking 5-year plan, 10-year plan with a channel. Nothing. There's not even a plan for anything beyond the fucking summer. It's like, if this works, then, oh, I guess I'll have to do Q&A and just fucking sit there and demand my audience give me money. It's like, oh, I'm not going to play games with my audience because I didn't get money, so I'm going to just sit here and wait for the money to come. And then call it a fucking success.
Jasper says the world needs a Paper Mario 1000-year door playthrough. I am very interested in the game. 100% I'm interested in that game. I want to play it, but I'm not convinced. Number one, it's first-party Nintendo, which already I have problems getting people to be interested in. And number two, it's RPG, which everyone told me they're burnt out on this year, so I don't know. I really want to play it. I do.
Elden Ring is an RPG.
Good morning, Generation Z. Excuse me. Cypress TV says streaming is full of highs and lows. You understand that. The trolls try to create fake hype around your lows, but your style has always been up and down, and they act like you're the same as everyone else. I couldn't be further from everyone else. I really couldn't. There's nothing like other content creators who are chasing that dream to be some fucking big popular. I don't care about that.
So, okay, you are very like other content creators right now because you have a team of editors working round the clock to fucking create content for one of your fucking multiple channels that you're triple dipping on. Yeah, you stream quite fucking regularly, you adhere to a fucking schedule and all that crap, yeah. You have a tips goal in place, not shit. You have a fucking support bar, which a lot of content creators have. Well, you're basically a shit version of everyone else. Yeah, you're like the fucking example of what not to fucking be.
I just want to have a core audience who likes me for me. You know how I am. You know how I'm opinionated. You like the content I deliver. You know it's variety. You know the pace I play. Come and have a good time. That's it. That's literally it. That's nothing else to it, right? Simple, fun, relaxing, chill, interactive. That's what you're here for. This guy's never thought about doing a cooking stream. No, because I don't cook. I mean, what do I cook? I can make a sandwich, right? I can make some eggs. I can make a pot of Italian marinara sauce, which I've already done and documented, but it was a decade ago. I haven't done it in many years now. COVID kind of screwed all that up. I don't really cook. You know, my wife cooks. My wife doesn't want me filming her in the fucking kitchen when she's cooking. You know, no. What exactly would I do with cooking? I'm not a cook. I understand there's a fascination with stuff like that, but that's not something that I would be able to, I think, do. It's not, you know, what am I going to do with that, right? There have been other things we've talked about, like other things that you could do on stream. That's normal things to do on a stream, like, I don't know, like people have said, playing chess, or like doing hobby style stuff, building a model, or, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, building Legos or something, and talking while we do it and try to figure it out. That kind of stuff makes sense to me, because you can do that right here. I'm in the office. I mean, I don't want to leave my office to be filming around my house to do cooking that I'm not interested in doing and I'm not good at. Again, what's the point of that, right?
It'd be fun to see if I can do it.
That's right. Cyber TV says years ago you did actually do a goal. You were interested in doing a cooking stream with Kat. I remember, no one cared. You're absolutely right. If you remember, when Kat moved in with me in 2018, so yeah, over 6 years ago, it was an idea that we had together. Is that at that point she wanted to get into cooking. She wasn't into cooking that much. She was interested in getting into cooking. We said,
whoa. Hold the fucking phone. When Kat first moved in to the Snort Fort, Phil promised everyone and told everyone that Kat really loved nothing more, essentially, than to cook and clean. Like, she was fucking huge. Apparently, Kat absolutely loved to cook and absolutely loved to fucking clean. That was genuinely the fucking story that Phil spun to his audience in fucking day one, trying to fucking tell everyone about fucking Kat. But she fucking just loved to cook and loved to clean. There's something as she loves doing these sort of things. Now Phil's saying that she didn't know how to cook when she moved in. So yeah, I mean, I swear to people, I mean, if you try, I don't know how easy it'd be to fucking find, but you find the video of Phil trying to tell his audience what, you know, Kat loves to cook and clean. You know? And yeah, I swear he said that shit. That's fucking, oh my god, this fucking freeze frame. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. I simply must. It's too good not to. Give me a second. Go here. Why is he sniffing his fucking finger? Oh god damn. Right, let's go here, and we go here, and there we go. I throw that in the members Discord. No, for God's sake. D-Dog has joined in the fun of oh fuck, that's way too zoomed in. There you go. Rabbi Tuckman circumcision special offer. Is that from Robin Hood Men in Tights? That particular freeze frame, D-Dog. Also, Taco's had to join in as well, naturally. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. This is from Robin Hood Men in Tights. I was genuinely thinking about this movie the other day. I was thinking about the other day. And lo and behold, D-Dog's like, yeah, there's a fucking random freeze frame from it for this picture. Oh, buddy. And then Taco's just fucking doing this. Taco's always been fucking killing it tonight, man. That's what. Oh, buddy. Let's crack on with Bingo.
Remember, when Kat moved in with me in 2018, so yeah, over 6 years ago, it was an idea that we had together. Is that at that point she wanted to get into cooking. She wasn't into cooking that much. She was interested in getting into cooking.
So she hadn't cooked that much, and she was interested in cooking. I swear I'm not. I swear, I feel like I'm going crazy here, but I'm certain that he introduced Kat by saying she fucking loved doing things like cooking and cleaning. So I don't know who's lying, current day Phil or past Phil.
We said that if we had hit a certain level of support, I can't remember what it was, if it was like a stream goal or a Patreon goal, I don't even remember, that's how long ago it was, that we would basically look into doing a possible series of her cooking, and I would be there filming and helping, right? And no one cared. Like, no exaggeration, it didn't hit it, we didn't get close. And I was like, I guess you guys aren't that interested. you know? But every once in a while, people still talk about cooking stuff. Like I said, I would like to focus on things I can do right here with you guys, right? Things that...
So Phil's content back in the fucking day, he had a show called Poorly Cooking with the King. Things like fucking pouring, you know, baking grease down a fucking toilet and all that shit, you know, that crap. Yeah, he is poor. But back in those days, Phil was just about making any content whatsoever. Because he got paid per view. Thanks to that, I should have my fucking contract. So he uploaded everything and anything. So yeah, just nothing was off limits.
We can easily write with the setup. We can have the social aspect, talking, interacting. Not, oh, I leave the office where I'm supposed to be making my content for my business, and I start walking to my house and showing you my private shit and fucking...
Hey, Phil said business. Hey.
Burger?
Hey.
You know, I don't want to mix that world, right? I don't. So that's why I don't. Some people said they like the idea of Legos. Yeah, that was one thing, like buying maybe a Lego set, and you just sit here for a couple hours at night, and you put it together, you talk with the chat as you're doing it, you show your progress as you're building it.
Yeah, Phil's really going to fucking invest in fucking Lego. You know how much fucking Lego sets cost these fucking days? Nah, the audience are going to fucking have to fund that in the first place for that to ever fucking happen. Like, Phil needs to be fucking given like fucking $300 or some pish to do that crap.
You talk through it. That would be pretty fun, I think, right? I do think that would be pretty fun, something different. Instead of just gameplay. I'd be down for that. I don't know what else. Like, I know there's like little models and things you can build and stuff. Maybe I'd be interested in getting into that. Of course, I wouldn't want to paint in here. We get paint fumes in a fucking closed room. You know, not a very good idea. But I think you understand what I'm saying. Like, there's things I could do that are various different kinds of stuff that could be different kinds of content rather than just gameplay, right? Exactly. The Bloom says, maybe put it into your background after it's done. Yeah, a new addition to the background, something we built together on a stream. A Lego build stream. Of course, the catch is Legos are fucking expensive now. You know how much...
There it is. And there it is. What did I fucking tell you guys?
A Lego build stream. Of course, the catch is Legos are fucking expensive now. You know how much they've dramatically increased in price. So I'd have to start small. Start small, and if the streams catch on and they get support, then I could use the funding from the streams to buy the next Lego. Because those things can get fucking real expensive. Board game streams? Yeah, I like board game streams. The thing is, how could I do that? Myself? They did mention that Ubisoft said they're going to do a Monopoly game with possible online playing. I would do that. I would do Monopoly nights where I play online with people in Monopoly. That'd be neat. I like Monopoly. I'd have fun with that. Spawn Killer just did our first super chat of the day. He says, I remember when you did a house tour when you moved in. Do you have any of your DVDs still? I have none of my DVDs. They're all gone. When everything went on-demand digital, fully, and basically you could get anything instantly through one of these subscription services. I literally went and traded them all in at this local like bookstore, collector store. They sell movies and books, and I got basically, you know, my collection was probably worth thousands of dollars, and I probably made like $400 on it. You know, at the time, this was years ago when I was pretty desperate for money because of my situation going on there. And but no, I don't have any of that shit anymore. Nope. Most of that stuff that you saw from the old days is gone. Yeah, I would consider chess. The thing is, I haven't played chess in a million years, so I'd have to like get spruced up.
Oh, Phil said million. Fantastic.
Burger?
5 in a row. That's concerning.
That's an interesting fucking number, isn't it?
Jesus. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up. Right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone. Forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one.
The bar's being raised.
It's always going to be fucking funny. It'll never not be fucking funny. God damn. Anyway, so let's have a recap. Let's have a recap of the situation. We currently have 4 free spaces, thanks to 2 bosses, 1 snort, and you guys liking the stream 100 likes. So we are 1 away from a full house as things stand. Let's see if we can fucking get it. I'm going up to 1.75 speed. At time, go!
On the rules, and likely I would probably get destroyed early on for people to know what they're doing until I remember. Like, I remember generally how pieces move, but I don't remember the deluxe things you can do. Like, castle, I don't remember how that works exactly. You know what I mean? And I'm sure I used to have strategies when I used to play as a kid. I don't remember any of the strategies. I mean, they're all lost to time. For all the juniors, there's actually some full solo board games meant to be played by 1 person. It's more interesting. Really? By 1 person only? Huh. I don't know how much fun that would be. Maybe with the audience it would be fun. Because if you're at the luck of a dice roll or whatever and you get screwed, you all laugh at the misfortune or at the great luck, right? The night of great rolls versus the night of shit rolls. I would be down for stuff like that. To break up instead of just games, video games.
Who
to do
fucking
different stuff.
cares?
Go to Lego, play a board game. That's a solo game, for a couple hours stream. I'm totally open to that kind of stuff, especially as I get older. And as I get older, I'm not going to be able to just do constant video games anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are good ideas, I feel. Okay. All right, we got to wrap this up. We got really late here. And we got to get ready for the react show. Okay, I appreciate good suggestions. Let's keep this going. Maybe tomorrow, let's continue these discussions and suggestions for other kinds of content that I maybe would like to branch into. But for now, we got to wrap it up so we can get DSP versus the internet started. Okay. So thank you guys for chilling with me here this morning. I certainly hope again you will head over to DSP Reacts and hang out with me for the show. I'm telling you, it's a good show with a variety of clips and stuff that are submitted, and I hope that you will join me for all of it. It's gonna be a good one. I know that I don't talk about it a lot, so a lot of people don't go over there, but I hope that you will, head over and hang out with me for the show. I'll be back tomorrow on this channel for the Elden Ring DLC and Street Fighter 6, but I hope that you'll check me out on DSP Reacts or DSP Throwback or both for the React stuff. All right, everyone, thank you for a great show. See you tomorrow to tell you how it all went. Peace out. Okay, let's get quickly set up here, guys. You're gonna get a little bit of a preview of what we're about to do on the other channel here, because I already have the video playlist up on the screen. I think particularly I'm really going to agree with the video from Linus Tech Tips, because we were just talking about the YouTube AI algorithm a few weeks ago on that show, and basically my take on it is the reason the YouTube algorithm doesn't work is because it literally is just 100% unbiased based on criteria programmed into it. But when you have that, when you have no human perspective, no emotion, no actual morality involved in a decision, basically people can easily game the system. And that's what's happened with YouTube. People have found ways to game this algorithm to get attention on toxic content, harmful content, stupid content, shit that basically it's very irresponsible, all right, to be sharing with a big audience, but that's what's popular on YouTube today. And they don't care because they make money on it. Now, I think you saying AI is a lie, reality has feelings, while AI has no thoughts. Yeah, I'm curious if that's what the video is saying. If it is, I agree with that. We'll have to see. Anyway, good stuff, guys. Thank you. Let's very quickly just get that up and get. There it is. Get this off. There we go. Okay, guys. In just a moment, you're gonna see on your screens. Hey, head over to DSP Reacts for the show. I hope you will come over and hang out with me this afternoon for a fun show. All right. If not, I'll see you all tomorrow for Elden Ring and for another podcast. So thanks for being a great audience. Peace out, and I'll see you over there.
And now we can go to his React channel.
Just get it.
Shut up, you bastard. Hold on. We need to rewind to when he started the blah blah. What about here?
Clips and React.
Well, hello, he's talking badly.
We have a reason on the channel.
No.
Crying and everybody.
No. Balls. Okay, here. Hold on. 1.5 speed, I think, for this one. Give me a second, guys. Let me get Phil's new chat link in here. So this is still DSP Gaming Mind. So yeah, we've got to change it to DSP Reacts now. So I'll just change the browser source very briefly for that to DSP Reacts. Now you should be able to see DSP React blithering and then in the bottom corner. There you go, bottom left. Cool. So let's see. What do we need to do? Do we need to do anything else? No, I think we can just crack on with things and yeah. When Phil starts recording for his React crap, that is a game over. Until then, it's still up for grabs. You know, we need one more thing to happen. Either one more free space, or Phil to say or do one of these things. Just one more.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DSP versus the Internet live on DSP Reacts. Please allow me to just get the chat open on my laptop. I'm trying, and since I don't only really stream on this channel once a week, a lot of the times it likes to give me difficulties. It doesn't want.
That was close. Allow me to get a chat open. Allow me to explain as the fucking square. That was so damn close. I really thought I was about to fucking hit it there, but nah. Allow me to get a fucking the chat open. Fucking arsehole.
I'm trying, and since I don't only really stream on this channel once a week, a lot of the times it likes to give me difficulties. It doesn't want to load right away. So I gotta mess with it a little bit here. But I'll have it open momentarily. Just a reminder, 3 hours of clips reacting. The clips are submitted by you, the channel members. Good variety of clips again this week. Although I will say this, I said this on the podcast over on DSP Gaming. For some reason, a lot of the clips are of shorter length this week. It's not that we have less clips than usual. We actually have around the same amount of clips as usual, but we have a shorter one. And because of that, I'm actually thinking that the show, we might actually get to like every clip. I don't know. It's a possibility for sure. So we'll see how that goes today. And go from there. If we have a little extra time, I don't know, we just hang out, but let's see what happens. It really depends on, the speed of how I go through the clips and react to them. Now, FYI, as you know, if you are a channel member of this channel, that is how you can nominate clips for this show. If you become a member of the submissions tier, you go into a randomized playlist, and we play it in random order. Sometimes you get your clip watched, sometimes you don't. It appears we may look at all of them this week, I'm not sure. If you become an Ultra member, all right, we are 100% guaranteed to watch a clip, and that's the ones we're doing first this week. In fact, now that I've got everything set up, I can actually show you. These are the Ultra clips we got lined up. I think we have 10 of them this morning. Sadly, one of them could not be watched because it was labeled adults only. I just want to forewarn everyone here, if you are going to become a member, you cannot link a clip that is adults only, because basically that demonetizes and possibly blocks an entire stream, as stupid as that sounds. You also cannot put a clip that's only for kids. There are a few people who are like, oh, here's a theme song from a cartoon or something, and it gets labeled as only for kids, and that's just as bad. You can't monetize it. They would actually literally demonetize my entire stream if I played it on here, which is really dumb. So, thank you to those who submitted clips, and I appreciate that. Should be good variety this week. The way this works is I basically do about 20 to 30 minute increments, and I split it up into 5 to 6 parts. Excuse me. And between the parts is when I do shout outs. So if anyone contributes to the show today, whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip, all of that would be greatly appreciated. First of all, right now, this show is where I get the vast majority of support outside of memberships, because these videos very frequently get claimed by third parties, and I don't get ad revenue on them. So I like doing the show. It's a good variety to break up all my content. It just sucks that I can't really make much money on the videos on this channel. So you guys supporting the live streams, this is how basically this channel is viable, all right? My goal by the end of this afternoon to raise $50 in tips. We're at 15 already from the podcast this morning, so we got a good head start. Literally, if anything else comes in, it all helps the channel, and I appreciate that very, very much. I promise you I will give you a shout out between the parts, okay? Thank you for being here for episode, I believe, 70. And I'm ready to... Yeah, it is episode 70. I don't know why I didn't put that into the title of the stream. That's weird. Definitely episode 70 today. So... oh, my nose.
Who fucking cares?
I will warn everyone about this. This last week, my allergies have kicked up a notch pretty bad. I sneeze. I have to pause to blow my nose. It happens. What can you do? Please be understanding of that may come up right in the middle. Nothing I can do about that. Last week, we had some great clips. Last week, I was laughing my butt off for like 20 minutes. I couldn't stop in one of the clips. And another one, I was commentating on a match of me versus Justin Wong from back in the day at a Street Fighter tournament. That was really fun to do. So more of that kind of stuff would be great. We'll see. I actually do believe there's another old match of mine on here from way back in the day, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But it's not here. I think it's in the standard videos. And I mean, this is one of the ones that I did a money match, and I blew it. I played really badly and lost a bunch of money in a money match. So that'll be just as fun to commentate on. I'll be able to commentate on Marvel 2 gameplay elements and things, and basically tell you how much I suck, which will be fun. So that's coming up today. Okay, so currently we have nothing to shout out. Again, guys, if you like the React content, you like the variety I do for this channel, please consider supporting the channel in any way during the live stream today. Okay? But in the meantime, I think it's time to begin. All right. Ready to go? All right, here we go. Let's do the little intro here. Well, hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking clownish fucking intro. But guys, that's going to bring an end to the bingo. We were one away. We were one away from a full house. Phil did not say allowed to explain. What I mean by that is, he didn't have a creepy whisper. I didn't say that being said. Shout out to that being said. There was no shout out for that being said today on Phil's fucking show. I guess it's because they were live today. I didn't want to give fucking attention to them. And didn't say hate to say. Unbelievable. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, but still.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
I think I'm going to get rid of Creepy Whisper once and for all, because how many times has that fucking hurt us on the bingo cards? Phil doesn't do enough to warrant staying on there, in my opinion. So Creepy Whisper, I'm getting that the fuck out of here. Yeah, that shit's numbered. That shit's going to be history. Bye bye, Creepy Whisper. You're going to you have ruined bingo for the last time, Creepy Whisper. Phil doesn't do that shit anymore, it seems. There you go. So yeah, sad that we couldn't get a full house. Phil's not made any money since he started doing his React stuff, by the way. So boo fucking who for him. Haha. But yeah, guys, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever you end up doing. Yeah, and I'm going to wrap things up how I always wrap things up by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Thank you once again, guys, for being here to help with keeping right the bingo card support as well as contributions. D-Dog especially for fucking 50 members. Yeah, I will update a member list tomorrow. I cannot get them all added now before the end of the fucking bingo. So yeah, the last you're going to see is the old list tomorrow, but you know, we'll definitely be updated by then. But yeah, thank you once again, guys. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo antics. But until then, guys, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. I'm going to go and watch the end of the Scotland game. Hopefully we can get a kind of late winner on that. I mean, I think we've probably been playing great. It's still 0-0, but yeah, I mean, there's like 10 minutes to go. Well, no, there's like 3 minutes to go, it seems. Okay, let's, you know, come on, Scotland. Anyway, I'm gonna watch the end of the game, the guys. So have a good one. I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden
greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.